Okay, let's talk through all these golf events that you have coming up.
Gabby, I'm glad you asked. Got my calendar right here. July 17th at Red Run, and then July 31st, I have the American Golf Outing for the Cancer Society.
I also have the American Cancer Society golf outing on the 31st, and also I got yours on the 18th, but he'll hold
Yeah,
us.
I'm gonna be there.
Oh, boys, these are a lot of events and golf outings.
Well, you want me to miss my own golf tournament?
Gabby, they're all great cars.
I mean, this
Okay,
is...
hold on. I got this. Guys, I got this. Don't worry about it. Hold on a second.
You always...
Hey guys, thanks for coming so fast. How are ya?
Remember the guys from Randy Wise, right? The Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
Watch for the eye.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports. And some, well, not so much. Brought to you in part by Premier Security Solutions, Fairway Packing Company, and Swiss Insurance. Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com.
Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network. It's your host for today, Jeff Iafrate. Can you pan the camera over there for a second? See, it's funny. The world always has, a funny way of making jokes, and this is quite funny, isn't it? Yesterday I was late because of traffic, and today Adam's late because he's trying to park here in Birmingham, and it's very busy. So he should be here very, very soon. But we have a packed show today. We have to get into the Detroit Pistons hiring Stephen Silas to be the assistant head coach of Monty Williams. That's also breaking news. We're going to talk about the Detroit Tigers, and I can't believe I'm actually saying that. They've lost a couple games. They just lost to the Phillies yesterday, and without Riley Green, it's been very rough. So, yes, we need to cover it. We're going to get into the Pistons free agency later in the show as well. Jeremy Grant, Cam Johnson, why they're rumored to the Detroit Pistons, and I want Adam's opinion on that and see if he refutes it or not. As well as other things like childhood memories, which we want to get into later in the show and just have some conversations. But for now, me, JB, Lucas. JB, how you doing this morning?
I'm good, man. It's very surprising to see now. Yesterday, you were late, and now Adam is late. So, back to back, man. I don't know how this is going.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't know. It's unfortunate. Yesterday, traffic was bad on 696. It was terrible. And today, Birmingham, they're already having construction outside of our building here. So Adam's trying to park. He will be here shortly. But Lucas, my guy, how you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm here. I'm ready.
I can tell.
No, but I had a good morning. Woke up. I went to work out last night. Well, I wanted to, and I got off work. Probably got home around like 6:37, and then I put my fuck. I'm out of breath. I left my wallet at Kroger, and I was trying to get back in time. Oh my god! But yeah, and I took like a 3-hour nap that I didn't want to take, so I was wired the whole night. Got like 3 more hours of sleep, but I'm here.
I don't know what it is with people from Toledo. You just wake up wired. I don't know if it's the crackhead energy or what.
I wake up and I feel great. Then around like 1 o'clock, I take a little crash. Then like 5 o'clock, it picks back up. But we're feeling. Hopefully Adam gets his ass here. No, we're getting religious.
Yeah, we're rocking today. It's Tuesday morning. Adam should be in here shortly. But I want to get into the Detroit Tigers. I just want to get this out the way. All right. It's been rough. Especially now without Riley Green. Eduardo Rodriguez is now, he's been out, and that's been another bad injury to the Detroit Tigers. You look at his recovery time, it's about 6 to 8 weeks typically for the injury he sustained, and the trade deadline is about 6 to 8 weeks away. So it's not ideal, but if you look at the Detroit Tigers right now and where they currently stand, although it's been rough, and looking at the amount of runs they scored over the last stretch of games, it's been really bad without Riley Green. I mean, you think about it for a second. Riley Green's only played in 52 games, and he still leads this team in hits by over 11. Think about that, JB. JB, he's been out, and he still leads this team in hits. He has 60. The next closest one is Spencer Torkelson with 49 hits. How ridiculous is that?
I mean, that's saying something right there. Obviously, how bad the rest of the team is and how well he's performing. So, yeah, sad.
And also, you think about it, there wasn't a lot of margin for error as it is with the Detroit Tigers. I mean, you look back.
This is fucking bullshit.
Oh.
Bullshit.
He's here. Oh,
bullshit.
What's going on, buddy?
Bullshit.
Talk to me.
Listen,
Listen, when you fucking try to go into a parking structure, you're not supposed to sit there and put your card in 7 fucking times. Jesus Christ.
Okay. So what happened?
I'm sitting there for like 15 minutes waiting for some hag to get her fucking card in the parking structure.
Well,
Jesus Christ. Good morning.
at least you're here. Good morning. Good morning.
How's everybody doing?
We're doing good.
Better than me?
I don't know about that.
I promise never to make fun of Jeff ever again. This is karma at its finest.
Some old lady kept you from going to the parking
They put
garage.
freaking Kevin Durant's mom in front of me in line. Such a joke. What's up, Jeff?
Good morning, Adam.
How are you?
Good. I mean, we could have got into Taylor Swift being officially single, but instead I'm just talking about how frustrating it is to be a Tigers fan right now. No Riley Green.
Is it?
No Eduardo Rodriguez. And it's been ugly. And I just brought up the stat. Did you know that Riley Green, even missing, the handful of games he's missed, he still leads his team in hits by 11?
Yeah, I mean, it's the
bad.
Tigers.
It's bad.
I don't talk about them. You know that.
And this is why.
Oh, God. JB, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. As you said, this is, I guess, karma for you making fun of Jeff yesterday. So,
Yeah, look, I deserve it. I know I deserve it. I'm an asshole. All right? This is what happens to bad people. I just so happen to be a bad person. All right? Fine. My bad.
It's all good.
My bad.
Daniel says, why do old people get to keep driving forever?
I don't know. They should die already. Okay, no, that's mean.
Yeah, that's mean.
That's mean.
They just not drive.
No, it's mean. Look, man. Once or twice it doesn't work. Just press the support button. Swallow your pride and ego. Click the support button. They'll let you in and figure it out later. Don't sit there for 10 minutes.
Yeah, especially when everybody behind her needs to get somewhere.
Oh my God, I've never been more frustrated in my life. Anyways, no Gabby today. She's in Allen Park. That's not fun. It's supposed to be Trivia Tuesday today.
Well, Allen Park was way more fun than Trivia Tuesday.
I know, but what are we going to learn today that we don't already know?
Probably not much.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I get it. You got to report on camp. Everything that's going on with OTAs, no problem at all. Somebody may get injured. Who knows? But what are we... it's the same conversation from now up until August. Oh, my God. I'm never going to talk shit about Jeff ever again in my life.
That's a
Woke
lie.
up this morning, took my time, made my own tea, had breakfast. ETA 7:37. I'm like, it's a little late, but it's okay. We'll be good. 7:37. Standing outside that fucking parking structure. Nothing.
Oh, come on! And they're doing construction, so everything's over here is all messed up.
So you have to drive around and take the long way. It's so stupid. Anyways.
At least you're here. We're happy you're here.
Oh my God. I mean, you already went through the show rundown.
Yep.
So everybody knows what's going to come. I think you're going to get really happy and excited in the next segment. We'll talk about Jeremy Grant of the Pistons, James Edwards the third. Talk
and Cam
about the
Johnson.
Lions, the Pistons likely to pursue Cam Johnson and Jeremy Grant free agency, which makes sense. Do it. I would love to see Cam Johnson here. Be excellent. But we'll get to that later. I want to start off, actually, JB, with your girlfriend. Well, former girlfriend, Taylor Swift. You guys broke up.
I know, it's a sad day.
She's single.
JB, you smashed?
Hell yeah, he did. What are you talking about? JB got game.
I'll never tell. But if my name is brought up on the next album, you know what happened.
Yeah, if the next song mentions JB, someone about someone being smooth, it's about you, JB. We know. So I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. Taylor Swift being single, who cares?
No, what do you mean who cares? This is huge for society. That means we get another album.
Jesus, dude.
And we get to talk about who her future boyfriend will be. Pat McAfee thinks it's Aaron Rodgers, and I'm game. Do you know the diss track that'll come out of a Taylor Swift-Aaron Rodgers relationship? Think
Aaron
about
Rodgers
it.
and Taylor Swift.
You think Tupac put out a good diss track? Nothing on what Taylor Swift will do to Aaron Rodgers. Nothing.
That's fair.
Nothing.
That would be a couple that I would. Oh my gosh, the amount of media attention that Taylor Swift and Aaron Rodgers would get, and I feel like it doesn't fit. Like Taylor, I haven't heard anything about, at least in the media over the last couple of years. Aaron, he's always in the media.
Yeah, but we got to say something about this. I mean, when are you just gonna keep a guy? What's the deal?
Hey, that's fair.
What is it?
That's fair.
Do you just like to have fun? Okay. Respect it.
All
I
right.
want to be a whore. No problem. Be my guest. I'm just saying. I don't have a problem at all. We all have a little bit of a whore in us, okay? It's our human instincts. No problem. It's human nature. But when are you just gonna, like, you know, is she like 33, 34?
Yeah, that clock's ticking.
Like, maybe it's you.
Well,
maybe it's you. I always have that rule. If somebody is single by 32,
it's probably you.
This is a good chance outside of some unforeseen, unfortunate events. There's something wrong with them.
I think that's fair.
She's 33, by the way.
33?
Okay, so 33, handful of boyfriends, and you're single now.
I mean, she doesn't have time, man. She's got probably 4
Well,
or 5
think about it
years
from
left.
Taylor Swift's perspective. You're Taylor Swift. You have millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like, her pool of, like, picking from men has to be a very small pool.
No, it doesn't.
Like,
I'll sit on my ass, butt naked, wearing a fucking maid outfit, and I'll clean the fucking house.
She's not gonna go date
you
like
kidding me?
She's not gonna go date like JB out of nowhere. She's
Why
gonna
not?
go Juan and
It's
Aaron
not
Rodgers.
working. Everything else isn't working.
Let him know, Jeff.
Lucas, would you dress up in a maid outfit?
One, for Taylor Swift, absolutely not. And Jeff's right on here, okay? Because if you have a woman like Taylor Swift, she wants a guy that can at least bring her value plus more because she's a woman. So there's not going to be a dude in this world that hauls in as much cash that's actually
Maybe
gonna put
Aaron
up with
Rodgers
Taylor
be the
Swift.
only dude, like clout wise.
I don't. Who?
Does it matter?
That's it. I don't know.
We're talking about love.
Good luck.
Love knows no boundaries, right? Isn't that what they say?
At least this now will help hopefully produce another album. You know, whoever the dude she was dating, what's his name? Matt Healy.
They
Matty
just put a
Healy?
paper bag over her head. You forget about how she looks, buddy. It's okay.
It's the voice.
Put tape around her mouth. Duct tape. No problem.
Ransom says it's called She's Married to Her Career. Well, hopefully her career can
Yeah.
give her children.
Your career doesn't give you any kids, and then you die
yeah,
alone.
right? You know, whatever.
There's
Do you?
one benefit of having kids. At least maybe somebody will give a shit about you. Maybe. Depends how you raise them.
Yeah. Speaking of you,
I'm
future
gonna be
father.
great.
You're gonna
I'm
do
gonna be
great.
great. You kidding me? I'm gonna crush it. World's not ready for my kid.
Yeah, I don't
My
think so.
kid, there are one of two ways or paths he'll take, right? The standard American route would be a good American citizen, pursue his career, pursue his future, whatever he wants to do,
Right.
And I'll be the supportive dad.
Or
I raise a fucking dictator, and you know
don't
what?
do that. Don't do that.
I'm pretty proud of that.
Hopefully, no, don't. John says, serious question. Could you be a kept man to an uber successful woman? Like Taylor Swift? Probably not.
Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I get half if we get divorced? Are you kidding? Yes, I'd be on my knees. I would clean the floors the old fucking way. I wouldn't even use a mop. I'd get on my hands and knees.
So you're basically just admitted.
I would throw rose petals on the floor when she walks in home. Hey, honey. Whatever you want.
Anything for
you
that.
Kidding me?
A piece of that bag.
Dude, she'd go to work. I'd go play 18. I'd pick up the kids. Do whatever the fuck I want.
You'd be a house husband.
You kidding me?
No.
This country.
Do you?
Where are our values?
I don't know. Apparently, you're a house. You're a house husband.
Oh my God! You kidding me? I watch sports all day. God. Hey, honey, how was your day? How was work? And then I would take some of that money and act like I'm some investor. That way she doesn't think I'm sitting at home all day.
Oh my God, it's her money.
Oh God, I'd be a great house dad. You kidding me?
Yeah,
You kidding me?
We'll find that out.
I go to some stupid restaurant, pick up dinner, put it all on like our silverware at home, make it look like I cook.
Pick up food.
I'd be great at this.
JB Mike says, would JB dress up like Kanye if Taylor asked him to?
If Taylor asked me
JB
to?
role plays. You guys don't know JB.
Hell yeah.
JB loves to role play.
He goes,
Last
oh, yeah.
night he was
Oh,
telling
yeah.
me he was Toy Story. They were doing Toy Story in the bedroom.
Why?
He was Buzz Lightyear. I don't want to.
Is this true?
I don't want to go into too much detail.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. What you guys are having
you know.
conversations about.
Oh, God. Let's take a break. When we get back, Pistons likely to pursue Jeremy Grant and Cam Johnson in free agency. We'll get to that next. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Guardian Alarm.
Well, you need a good defense against old ladies who are holding up the parking garage, like Adam, and I got the perfect defense for you. It's Guardian Alarm. Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts, 24/7 professional monitoring, and technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's not only been proven to work, but by people that have been proven to care. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT for more information.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
God, the things I would do if my wife made $10 million a year. Things I'd let her do to me. You kidding me?
No.
You kidding me? You think what you've seen in Hollywood is bad? What do you think seeing my relationship with my wife?
I couldn't imagine.
God.
If she had millions of dollars and you were the stay-at-home dad.
Oh, I would be her Jeffrey Epstein. I would do whatever she wanted.
Okay.
I would get dirt on people.
Okay, well that
I'd work
wasn't
a
the example
full-time
I was
job.
thinking of, but
I'm just saying, I would do anything. You kidding me? God,
You'd be
I could be in
golfing,
bed right now.
Golfing.
Feet up, watching the show.
Watching
no
sports.
stress in the world.
No.
I would turn into the guy from You for a woman that makes $10 million like she does.
I'll turn into a woman if that's what she wants. You kidding me?
No, don't do that.
It's publicly accepted now.
Oh, well, that's true.
I'd be cool.
Well, depends on how you ask, I guess.
Oh, my God. All right, Jeff. James Edwards III.
All right.
Puts out a piece.
Love James
Pistons
Edwards
likely to pursue Grant Williams, or excuse me, Cam Johnson. Grant Williams, you would have been too happy. And Jeremy Grant. All right, look. We talked about potential trade options.
Right.
And I was very honest with you. You don't like the DeMar DeRozan deal. That's fine. I can live with it. And especially about the fit reasons. I'll agree with you there. But if there's not a trade option, what were the free agency options? So let's start. Cam Johnson, Brooklyn can match. That's already a problem.
Yeah.
Jeremy Grant. Is he going to take a bag to stay in Portland and contend potentially with Damian Lillard? Or is he going to come to Detroit and be the third option on the team? I would love to know what you think of this.
So I love the fits, and you see a common theme here, and it's kind of what we talked about. We've been talking about the last week or so. The fit is threes that can shoot and that can defend. Jeremy Grant, Cam Johnson, two guys that can not only space the floor but are great on the wing, great perimeter defenders. That's the ideal player the Pistons are looking for. Whether it's Cam Johnson, Jeremy Grant, Grant Williams. I know these guys aren't as good or don't have the legacy of DeMar DeRozan in this league, but still fit-wise, next to your two franchise players, they're perfect fits. Cam Johnson, we know he has the relationship with Monty Williams, and they were really close even when he got traded. I'm pretty sure it was reported he cried when Cam Johnson was traded. So that would be a great fit. Now, would Brooklyn match? I would assume so. They have cap space. I'm sure they would like to keep Cam Johnson with Mikal Bridges. But again, that's someone that you at least have to throw an offer sheet at and see if it sticks or not. Jeremy Grant, that's on the more hefty side. You're going to have to pay Jeremy more money, and it's going to be a longer-term deal probably. But still, he's better than Cam Johnson. We can admit that. And he's a better defender than Cam Johnson. It's just, for me, though, this is what we talked about yesterday with free agency. And if you want to land a big fish, and yours was DeMar DeRozan, it's going to have to be through trade. This free agency class is so dry at the top. It's mostly just good role players, guys that you can win with, but no star players. Those guys you're going to have to go grab from situations that either A, are over the cap, or going into a rebuild, or players are unhappy. Now, DeMar, it hasn't been reported, but still, he's a player that I think would be ideal for any team to go trade for. Other players, Jaylen Brown, good luck getting a deal done for Jaylen Brown. Even Brandon Ingram, good luck getting a deal done for him. So I don't know if that big fish will be available this offseason. At least I haven't seen anything. You never know. Donovan Mitchell, that report when he was available kind of came out of nowhere. But at this instance, I don't know any star player that you can just go grab. So if you're looking at free agency, Jeremy Grant, Cam Johnson, Grant Williams, these types of players that won't be super, super expensive, but that can come in and contribute, I'm all for it. I like all these players.
I'd prefer Cam Johnson over Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant, I mean, the amount of money you're going to have to pay, one, is already a problem. Two, he's missed 27 games a year for the last 3 years on average. So he's not relatively healthy every year. Shooting still 47% from the field coming out of, Portland. His three-point shooting is actually really good. He shot 40% last year. That's an encouraging sign.
Yeah.
Like you said, a really good defender. Between the two, I'd prefer Cam, but how realistic is that?
And
I think this is the biggest problem I have with all of this.
And I want to bring these comments up just to address some of it. Tali says, James Harden, question mark. I don't know if you're suggesting James Harden, the Pistons. Absolutely not. That fit wouldn't even, no, it wouldn't work. Unranked Podcast says, the fact that y'all are even talking about Jeremy Grant makes me not be able to take this show serious. Well, go read James Edwards, his report. If you're not going to take him serious, that's
Suck
fine.
my dick.
But that's a real possibility. So just because
don't even read comments like that. That's
I love addressing.
No, I don't.
I do.
Suck my dick, as if I care.
We're just pulling the Jeremy Grant thing out of our ass. It's a real possibility. Also,
if I want to talk about anal sex for 2 hours, I'm going to, and you're going to listen like the good bitch you are, okay? Jesus Christ. These people.
And if you actually think that Jeremy wouldn't be a great fit, man, I suggest go watch a basketball game. That's all I would say. Porzingis is brought up. Not a huge fan of Porzingis. I know he had a good year last year. And again, you look at Porzingis' impact with Washington versus Dallas. Dallas, he's a very different player. Washington, he started breaking out, looked like the old Porzingis. But still, I don't know how that fit works. He'd probably play the 4 here. And he's not a great perimeter defender. He's a good shot blocker, good floor spacer. But I'm not sure if that fit is ideal. I would much rather have 4 guys that can guard multiple positions than Jalen Duren. That's my ideal fit, right? 2 wings that are interchangeable. You have Cade and Ivy, and then you have Duren. So you have pretty much 4 guys that you can rely on to guard somebody. Duren is a little bit, you kind of give him a little bit of a pass because, he's still getting better and he has a ton of untapped potential. Let's see here. Just to get some of these comments. Todd says in the WoodwardSports.com chat, don't you think Grant has been there, done that, no thanks kind of thing? Well, it's different from the situation. And I brought this up about Bojan. Yes, because people tend to look at, and I get it, you look at Jeremy Grant when he was here with the Pistons and think, man, he was hogging the ball, the role he was in. I don't know if I want that player back. But with Bojan, and I made this point to you, their role will change. Like when Jeremy Grant was here, you didn't have Jaden Ivey. You're going to have more talent with Jeremy Grant. When Jeremy went to Portland, what did he do? Took a step back. He took a back seat to Damian Lillard. Now if he comes here, he's going
to do that to
Cade Cunningham.
Because I'm just going to say what you said yesterday.
Not saying Cade's Dame, but if you're signing Jeremy, you have to let him know, hey, you're complimenting these players.
That's okay to do, but trading for DeMar, for example, and telling him, hey, that's what you need to do, isn't. And he's 33 years old, turning 34 in a few months. But Jeremy Grant's in the prime of his career. But you're going to ask him to come and be a 3?
But here's the difference. With DeMar DeRozan, he's been that dude his whole career. Jeremy Grant
left Denver for that reason and came to Detroit and was that dude.
He was in OKC. Wasn't really.
And he was the number 2 in Portland.
The best roles Jeremy had, the I guess being a number 1 or number 2 was with Detroit. He's never done that. Portland, he was a number 2.
Fine,
but still, he's typically not. He
was a
dude.
1 in Detroit.
Yes.
And he was a 2 in Portland. And I agree, he's a better fit, right?
Yeah.
Spaces the floor, better defender. But why is that acceptable? And it's we're like you said, you told me yesterday, you're assuming DeMar DeRozan's going to come in and accept that role. You pursue Jeremy Grant. What are you pitching him realistically? Because you can't tell him, hey, take a back seat to Cade and Ivy. This is a guy that's going to flex between playing the 1 in terms of priority and a 2, and occasionally maybe he'll take a back seat and be a 3.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to be 1 or 2 on this team. He's 1 that good. 2, he makes you better. But 3, I'm not understanding why adding a different type of player would be so harmful for Cade and Ivy's development, but adding a guy who will probably take 17 shots a game, who is a much better fit I would say, than most of the names we've brought up,
Right.
Kelly Oubre or any of that shit, Porzingis. I want to know how you make it work.
So here's the comparison.
This is what you told me yesterday.
Yeah, and here's the comparison between DeMar and Jeremy Grant. So how many shots they're going to take, it'll probably be similar. But at least with Jeremy, I know the fit's there. I know he can shoot threes. I know we talked about closing games. I know in a closing lineup, if the ball is in Ivy and Cade's hands and Jeremy's taking a back seat to whatever happens down the stretch, I know I can depend on him to play off ball, to hit threes, to defend. Like those things, he checks those boxes for me. So if you're going to take 15, 16 shots, I'd much rather get it from a guy who's more efficient from three, you can count on as a defender, especially from the perimeter. Like for DeMar, he's going to take the same shots, but again, they're going to be different shots.
Yeah, it's not about DeMar.
Right, just comparing the fit. That's why I'm all for more Jeremy. He's a better fit. And he's a damn good player, younger than DeMar. And you don't have to give up anything to sign him. You just sign him. You don't have to give up Bojan.
As if I'm giving up anything in the trade. I'm giving up Killian Hayes and Bojan Bogdanovic.
I know, but you get to keep Bojan and have Jeremy Grant. That's my point.
I'm so excited by that.
And this is, man, you got to watch Bojan. I feel like you're just thinking he's some role player, like a crappy role player.
I never said that.
Then you're like, get rid of him. Like, he's a 40% three-point shooter.
Year?
Shooting's... Trust me, shooting. You got to pay for shooting in this league. $20 million. He's a 40% three-point shooter. Like Duncan Robinson, I know they look at his contract, and that's an ugly contract with Miami. I think he signed like a 4-year, $60 million contract when he was signed. But
is it though? 15 mil a year for a spot-up shooter?
So you like it now? So
15 is less than 20.
$5 million, and Bojan's a way better player than Duncan.
I don't think. Dude, you should know by now what's going to happen to the cap. You're not going to have this like insane luxury. And Cade Cunningham's contract is going to be expiring pretty soon. You're going to have to make a decision on Hayes. You're going to have to make a decision on Isaiah Stewart. You're paying Bagley $12 million a year, $12.5.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Right? Look, can we agree on one thing, for God's sake? Jeremy Grant isn't the piece that takes his team anywhere near being a contender. Fair?
None of these guys do.
The only two that determine that are Cade and Ivy. We agree.
Right.
Okay, great. So if you want to go with Jeremy Grant for the next 2-3 years and then move off of him, if it's not working and Cade and Ivy are really developing, be my guest. But to run back Jeremy Grant, I mean, that's not doing much for me. That isn't. It just isn't. And again, we're going to see how the Monty Williams offense plays out. Is Jeremy Grant, again, comparing Phoenix's offense with Portland, the way Dame and Jeremy Grant played together, not really the same with what Monty will want to do in Detroit. Again, I think one of the biggest frustrations is Cade Cunningham's second year we were robbed of. So you don't know what that development looks like. You think you know, right? It was 27-7. It was pretty damn efficient.
Mm-hmm.
He could knock down the three. It was really nice. So maybe you can assume and you can project a little bit, but you just don't know yet. You don't.
Yeah, and again, it's fine if you don't want Grant because he was in Detroit already, but you can't tell me you don't want Grant for any basketball reasons. It has to be because, well, we already went through that. We saw Grant in Detroit. I don't want him back. That's fair, but there's no
Jeremy
basketball
Grant.
reasons.
But let me ask you this.
There's no
you're
basketball
Jeremy
reasons.
Grant, all right? You've had history here. You're playing in Portland. You're now a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit offers you the same amount of money Portland offers. And they say, we want you to flex between being the second option year one, and slowly we want to push you into the three and let Ivy and Cade develop, okay? And I pitch you that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pitch you from Portland, hey, we're going to go make an attempt at X player. We're going to sign somebody in free agency. We're going to try to contend in the West. You, Dame, and run it back, whatever. Why would you be incentivized to come to the team that finished with one of the worst records in the NBA when the money's going to be the same to stay in Portland? That'd be my question.
Now that's your best argument right there. That's fair. 100%. That's fair. Now, that's money. Now, basketball, if you're looking at, from Jeremy Grant's perspective, I could stay in Portland, take a backseat to Damian Lillard, and make the same amount of money. You're right. But here's the thing, too. What does the future of Damian Lillard look like in Portland? That's probably the other question.
Not going anywhere.
You'd expect so, but now
you can't trade him.
Damian Lillard, now more often than ever, has been rumored to be traded. I don't know if it's true or not if he wants out, but if Jeremy stays there and he gets dealt, now you're basically in a wasteland in Portland.
So Damian Lillard's window closed 3 years ago.
You don't think
he should have asked for a trade 3 years ago and moved the hell on? And he stood there. And you know what? Respect to him for staying with one franchise. I don't mind it. But we're well past that point.
We'll see. But if you're Jeremy Grant and you want to stay in Portland, that makes sense. But to say that it would be a bad fit in Detroit, that's ignorant. Doesn't make any sense.
It's not a bad fit. It's a better fit than most.
Right.
I mean, Cam Johnson here is the home run.
Especially in this class. That's the point. There's not...
Cam Johnson's the home run piece here. You bring in Cam Johnson, you're getting a versatile defender, a guy that can spot up and shoot the three. I think he still has a lot more to improve on in his game.
And he fits Monty Williams' offense.
He
what
fits
they want
the
to
offense,
do, he
plus
fits it.
he's young enough to grow with Caden Ivey. And that's, I don't want to say your core three, but it's a really good lineup. And then you can really sell me on buying in. Jeremy Grant's not moving the needle for me. It just isn't.
Yeah.
You want to talk about bringing a guy that's going to command a ton of money? I don't know.
I'm seeing Draymond Green in the chat too.
No, God, no. One, Draymond wouldn't come here, okay? Two, he's going to get paid to retire as a Warrior. That's why Bob Myers stepped down, okay? The Warriors are not going to go and compete anymore. They're done. They're going to play. They're going to pay Clay. They're going to pay Draymond. Everybody's going to get paid happily ever after for the next 3 years. Steph's going to continue to break records. They will never win a championship again. That window's done. And then they got to trade Jordan Poole or kill him. One of the two.
Well, no. Well, if they're getting rid of Draymond, they can keep him.
All right, let's take a break. When we get back, oh my God, this is really on the prep sheet. The Tigers suck. Let's spend maybe 2 minutes on this, and then we'll switch it up. We'll have some fun. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Big Boy.
Let me tell you about them. Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy, and you can try classic breakfast items like some strawberry hotcakes or mouth-watering red velvet waffles. But if you're not feeling breakfast, try the strawberry bacon chicken wrap or cool off with their refreshing summer splash salad. Don't forget to grab dessert as well. They got their berry delicious classic strawberry pie, deep fried vanilla Oreos, or strawberry hot fudge cake, and more at Big Boy.
How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. Detroit sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
I feel like Mr. Potato Head today. Just put anything on me and it works. It fits.
Hey, wait.
Hey, I told you I'd be a housewife. I do some dirty shit. All right?
You did.
Look, I have no shame about this, by the way. You're all acting like, oh, I would never, man. My pride, my ego. Fuck my ego and my pride. You kidding me? I would get railed to be a $10 million housewife a year. You kidding me? You kidding me? Golf 18 every single day for the rest. I wouldn't have to worry about shit.
I love this comment. Travis Trilla says Livers can be better than Cam. Stop throwing shade on my boy Livers. Well,
no, he can't.
No, hold on. I'm not saying I'm not going to agree with him, but I know what Cam Johnson is. I don't want to expect Livers to be that. I know what Cam Johnson is. Go sign him. All right, he's a proven product. I like Livers a lot, but he's not Cam Johnson yet. He isn't. Cam Johnson got 50. He's got 50 in the NBA. He's got a 50 ball. Like the guy's a good player. So
Alex
we'll see.
Burks, Isaiah Livers, Killian Hayes. This is the best team ever, man.
I love this one.
Hamidou Diallo.
Good comment. Real Cream of Wheat says, I mean, Hayes can be better than Chris Paul too, if you think about it.
Better than Jason Kidd from the graphics I've seen on Twitter.
Yeah.
You guys see that? You guys see that graphic comparing Hayes to young Jason Kidd?
Yeah, I saw that.
His true shooting percentage is the same as Jason Kidd. Watch out for Killian Hayes next year, dog.
Monty's going to love him. And I know
I'm sure he is, just like Dwayne Casey was going to love him. I know. Oh, God. What kind of character do you have to marry for money? I'm a whore.
Oh, my gosh.
Bro. Look, it's not about the money only. It's so convenient. Are you kidding me? Guys, again, let's play pretend here for a little bit. I pay you. I pay you to sit home and do nothing. Live your life. I got everything. That is a luxury. It's not about the money only. I have some values. I mean, not the most, but I have enough. Right, JB? You have a problem with me doing this?
No.
Would you be a house dad for $10 million a year?
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely. I have no problem doing that. Nope.
Jeff, would you be a house dad for $10 million?
Oh, absolutely.
A year?
Absolutely.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's verbally assaulting me. Excuse me while I go to my room and cry my problems away.
I mean,
I'm going to buy a new golf set because how angry I am at her. Oh, what a pity.
Zach Connors, WoodwardSports.com says, I'm sure Adam's wife is extremely excited by this conversation.
She is not. She is not. She's actually texting me right now. What the hell is wrong with you? Oh my God. Oh my God.
I can't wait to see stay-at-home Adam.
You know, for my wife, same rules apply. I would hope one day I can make her a housewife. Not because I want her to sit at home all day and do nothing, but I want to give her the freedom to do whatever the hell she wants.
Right.
She's going to have to deal with my annoying-ass son. I don't blame her. She needs a break.
Your annoying-ass son.
He's already annoying. Dude kicks the living shit out of her every day. It's funny as hell, though. It's funny as hell.
I feel like he's going to come out, number one, be hairy. He's going to be just hair all over his body.
No. It's not in the family.
And then number
the
two.
Hair all over the body. I literally just have hair on my arms and my legs, like normal people.
And then number two, he's going to come out and start talking about dictators immediately.
Good for him.
He's going to be educated.
As he should. By the way, you know what today is? It's my anniversary.
Is it really?
Yeah, 2-year anniversary.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
We made it 2 years, boys.
We made it.
We made it.
Good for you.
You know what today also is? It's the 79th anniversary of the Normandy Invasions. Fun fact. June 6, 1944. Normandy Invasions, D-Day. It is the 79th anniversary. And you know what? Not to be too serious for a minute, but think about that. Think about what we do right now, right? We talk about sports. We have fun every day. We work with really cool people in the back. And everything is kind of just, it's nice, right? Look at the luxury, the great people we meet doing the show, everybody we chat with. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's because of those guys. And those that followed before and after.
That's
Think
true.
about that. Think about that. How insane that is. I could be working in a concentration camp right now if the war goes the other way. Think about it. I'm not joking. So yeah, it's pretty fucking awesome.
I wonder how many shows will mention the anniversary of D-Day.
I
How
hope
many shows are
everybody
doing that today?
It's a big deal to me.
It should be every show on Woodward Sports.
So pay your respects and say
your
thank you.
respects.
And remember, it could be a lot worse. Anyways.
Someone passed away, so we can talk about sports.
Who?
Someone risked their lives.
Oh,
so
yeah,
Adam
yeah.
could be behind an old lady in a parking garage.
Look, I'm just saying, if you think about how the world was and what it is today, did we really make them proud?
Okay, don't go there.
I'm just saying.
Don't go there.
It's a legitimate question. Imagine telling an 18-year-old in 1944, hey, I'm a woman. Go die for me. Think about that. Hey. Unbelievable. They don't make them like that anymore. I swear. It's kind of disgusting. We're so unpatriotic today. I don't know what happened.
Real Cream of Wheat says we went from being T Swift's toy to World War II vets. Yeah, the Morning Woodward Show.
Oh, God.
We're going all over the place.
Oh, my
Football,
God.
can you please come here quicker? Please.
Honestly. Well, look, you know what? We have the Tigers on the dock. I don't mind talking about them for 5 minutes, especially because Gabby's not here. But think about it. The Tigers suck. The pitching has been probably the only good thing in Riley Green. Riley Green's on the IL, so things aren't going the best right now.
And Erod's out.
And Erod's out.
And he's going to be out. He's like, what, 6 to 8 weeks?
Yep,
and that's about the trade deadline. So he's about 6 to 8 weeks away.
Somebody will get him. But I think what's most important is there's one player who's playing, I think, beyond expectation that I think Tigers fans need to get comfortable with the idea of trading. And I know nobody wants to hear it. I know it's going to go against everything you've been taught all your life. But right now, he's playing at a top 15 player level. Top 7 at his position easily. And that's Javi Baez. Javi Baez is unbelievable. Did you see the strikeout he had last night?
I knew this was going here. I knew
Javi
it.
Baez is unbelievable.
I knew.
What a hitter.
I'm like, what player's
What a
playing
hitter.
like a top 7 player? I'm like
You
thinking,
can trade him for a farm and a half.
Okay.
Is what you can get for Javi Baez. Or just a farm in Serbia. Who knows?
Well, yeah, probably the second option. Probably the farm that Darko Milicic works at, you could probably get for him. But and this is what is this is reality for Tigers fans. And I was going to say this to start the show. With Riley Green out and Erod out, the two best things right now on the Tigers, I feel like people now, or I know people now, are now keyed in on Javi Baez. And as much as before you can kind of, Javi Baez struck out again, but we got Riley Green and Erod. Now that they're both injured, you have no choice but to watch Javi Baez every single game. And now I feel like Tigers fans are getting more and more frustrated than they ever been before. They should have been frustrated a long time ago.
They should be.
But now it's just
Jeff,
you're watching Javi Baez.
He's batting .219.
It's bad. Yeah, it's all career lows for Javi Baez.
239 last year, 219 this year.
Alex Lee.
Al, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying your retirement. Hope you're retired at least. You shouldn't be working in baseball. Thank you, Al. This is all your fault. God bless you. Thank you. You made the right decision year after year after year, and I tried to defend you on this show. I even went to Comerica Park and tried to defend you. Thank you, Al. Thank you for your service.
This is the best comment so far. Alex Lee says Javi Baez is making $30 million a year for a 21 average and no power. 219 average and no power.
At least hit 40 dingers if you're going to bat 220.
Yeah, at least. And he's not even... gosh. Neil went on a rant a couple days ago about Javi Baez, and he pretty much summarized it perfectly.
I don't even want to get into the money part.
No, it's bad.
I can't.
Dan Wood says Al is a greeter at Target now. Well...
Honestly, that's a great fit for him. Nobody even knows it's him. He's probably a woman now. Aliyah Avila.
Why does everyone have to be a woman? What happened to...
I'm just having fun. Right? We're just having fun here. There's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Did I have to talk about the Tigers and Al Avila? Yeah, I'm going to have some fun with it. You want me to be serious? Well, the Tigers are 6 games back in the AL Central. They got their asses handed to them last night. There was a no-hitter being thrown before Nick Manton hit a 3-1 bomb. And then the Phillies proceeded to hit 3 more runs in and make it back to a 5-run lead. Thank you for tuning in to the Woodward Sports Network. We'll go to break. But before we go, Jeff, could you tell everybody at home about our good friends over at Randy Wise?
Yes, let me tell you about our friends over at Randy Wise, because again, guys, if you want to golf with professionals, former professional players like Darren McCarty and Braylon Edwards, go check out the event now being hosted by our friends over at Randy Wise, the golf outing. Do it. Get to see friends from Woodward Sports. You're not going to want to miss it.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
All right, we're back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com. Adam Beydoun, Jeff Iafrate as always. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank God we don't have to talk about the Tigers anymore, so I want to quickly transition to news around the NFL and how it relates to the Lions and Jameson Williams. Indianapolis Colts player gets suspended for an entire season. He's being investigated. And
I think it's Isaiah Rodgers.
Isaiah Rodgers, corner, right?
Yep.
So I don't care about Isaiah Rodgers. I don't care what he did, okay? I think the rules are rules, and I stand by them. I think the integrity of the game you can never call into question. This is a I think a fair punishment for anybody involved. Do I think it's a bit harsh for guys that bet not on football, but in the... Maybe. Even if you think it's a dumb rule. It's still a rule. But now, happened in Indianapolis, and it happened really a ton. And maybe we're not aware of it outside of the NFL, but it's happening a lot in Detroit. You see, go from the staff to the players. Now J-Mo's the highlight, obviously, because he's a first-round pick. What's the deal? Does the NFL have a problem? Am I missing something? If the memos are being sent out, which I know they are, why is this happening? And Isaiah Rodgers is more serious. He got the year, which means it was on football, or it's football related, or he had somebody bet through him or bet through somebody, whatever it may be. I don't know the full details with Isaiah Rodgers, but does the NFL have a problem here?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, you just had 5 players get suspended, a month ago, 2 months ago? 4 of them were on the Lions, and then 1 was on the Commanders. And then now you get another player who's suspended. And this is all after Calvin Ridley's suspension last year. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know where you point the finger. Is it the NFL? Is it teams who are not communicating? Is it the players? Is the message being delivered, but they're not listening? I don't know. I want to know what's the process, and I would love to have somebody on. Maybe I could talk to Maz just to speak somebody that knows more. What's the process of getting this information to the organization and to the players? I don't know how they do it. Is it sent via email? Does the team know and they let the players know all in a meeting? I don't know how this works. But you consistently now, 4 players for the Lions, which isn't great. They had also employees get suspended for gambling. And then you had a Commanders player. Now you have a player for the Colts, Isaiah Rodgers. It's getting a problem. Once we're getting to 5-6 players in a given year, the season hasn't even started yet, I would say it's a problem.
Well, I first thought it was a problem in Detroit because of how many people were involved. And then now I look at the Rodgers situation. Again, an idiot. Betting on games.
And I'm pretty sure...
Guys, this is not hard. You can't fucking bet. You can't do it. When you are a professional athlete and you work for our private business, it's a private business, not publicly traded, you don't get to bet on games. And we make these rules for a reason. So I'm not sure if compliance departments around the NFL just haven't been working enough and now they're overwhelmed with all the betting news that it's just slipping. I don't know. But there's a reason why Rodgers got a year. And J-Mo got 6 and everybody is upset and frustrated, and I think rightfully so. Mm-hmm. And his wasn't as egregious. It wasn't as intentional. There's some technicalities to it. Whatever you want to do with the NFLPA, the NFL, I don't care. Figure it out. But I can't help but walk away from yesterday's reporting and think, you know what? Good on them. Them meaning the NFL. Suspend everybody. I don't care who it is. All pro to special teamer to I don't care who. You are not going to compromise our integrity.
Especially when Isaiah Rodgers was reported he bet on the Colts.
And if I remember last year, there was a game against...
They lost to the Texans.
The Texans.
So, again, this is where the NFL doesn't play any games because you don't want to question their integrity, and I side with the NFL. And I want to read this comment, too, by John, the doc. Shout out to him for listening. He said there are 1,696 players in the NFL. 5 get suspended. It's 0.003%. The Lions have the issue mostly. And
well, yeah, that's the point, though, right? The point is the Lions, with their staff and to the players that were involved, have had more incidents than anybody in the NFL. So, yeah, you pose a question and you ask yourself, well, does the NFL have a gambling problem? No. No, I don't think the NFL has a gambling problem. I think people have gambling problems. I think it's more of an individual level. I think it's more team-based. Because if I'm an NFL GM and I'm an NFL head coach and these gambling rules come out and I just see Isaiah Rodgers, I'm calling a team meeting and I am going through the whole entire fucking presentation. Mm-hmm. Guys, this is what you can and can't do. And if you jeopardize our football team in any way, you will be cut. I don't care if you're making the fucking Pro Bowl. I don't care if you have 5 years left on your deal. This is unacceptable. And you do that 3-4 times in the off season. And you do it once, maybe twice in a season. Probably once is more than enough. And you just remind them, hey guys, it's week 6. Don't be fucking around.
Right.
Don't be betting. Don't get comfortable. None of this is acceptable. Like, I really think, and it's odd to say because the Lions have always been good about compliance. I've always told you this. But I think they just failed in that regard. And J-Mo is being punished fairly, unfairly, whatever you think of the rules. I don't care. But he's being punished. And I think rightfully so. And I'm going to side with the NFL on it. Until the NFL and the NFLPA want to sit together and figure out something, be my guest. But until then, these are the rules. It's not fucking hard. Follow them.
Right.
Follow them.
And how many players do you think, and to Chuck's point, because it's a great point he brought up, Chuck says, WoodwardSports.com, that have been caught so far, ... Let's not act like there are a lot more out there that haven't gotten caught yet. And I think if you sign up for the app and your name,
they instantly get flagged.
You instantly get flagged, but never know. What if they're paying a friend to do it for them and they're not signed up on the app?
A bit more tricky, but again, when I pay a friend, all right, let's say you're my boy, you make 40 grand a year, okay?
Right.
And I'm in the NFL. I'm going to slip you 10 G's. Go put it on the Lions. I got you. Put it on the Lions under. It's going to be a low-scoring game. We're going to run the ball a ton. Okay, you place that bet. First of all, FanDuel's going to flag it because you probably can't even bet the full 10,000 because that's not your your bankroll. Okay, number one. Number two, you're not going to have to explain to your bank where you got that 10 grand, and then you're going to have to explain to FanDuel where you got that 10 grand, and then they're going to look at your betting history or DraftKings or whoever it is, and they're going to say, "Oh, let's see this guy's betting history: $20, $15, 30 cents, 40 cents, $10,000," and it hit. What the fuck? No. They get caught. They get caught 100%. They get caught. There's no way around it. You can try to use VPNs. You can use whatever you want. It's not going to work. They're going to catch you eventually.
Because the NFL's in bed with pretty much all these betting apps anyway. And that's the thing. People trying to argue, well, how is it fair that the biggest sponsor of the NFL is all these gambling sites and you can't even gamble? Trust me, if you're getting paid millions and millions of dollars, and one of those obligations is not to use any of these betting apps,
well, they're allowed
I'm sure
to bet
you can oblige
on non-NFL games,
and
just not in the facility.
Yes.
And why would they make that rule? Think about it.
Well,
I don't want you in week 2, after you got all your practice, you're sitting there on your phone, you open the FanDuel app, and you're like, you know what? I'm getting really tempted right now. That temptation is just as much of a problem as anything. Like, I know Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to get over 100 yards, and his prop's at 49.5. Like, temptation exists, guys.
And they have all the advantages. They know the game plan for the week. They know who's going to get involved. They know who's out, who's banged up. Like, there's things that all these players know that, quite frankly, it's just not fair, even if they could bet. So for Isaiah Rodgers, it is what it is. You broke the rules. You're suspended. He was a 6th-round draft pick. He wasn't, a superstar player, but still, you got to pay the consequences, no matter what.
The NFL doesn't monitor an outsider's pay. No, but the fucking betting companies do. And when the betting companies flag it, they do their own investigation. And when they find out that Jeff Iafrate's my cousin, and the cousin of an NFL player, and I just so happened to place a huge bet on my NFL team, yeah, they get caught. Maybe not right away. They get caught eventually. That's not how this works. You don't get to make $28,000 a year and then show up to fucking MGM with 15 grand in your hand.
Right.
And place a uncommon NFL bet. And then it hits. And then be like, "Oh, we're happy for you, sir. Way to go. Here's your money." They're going to look at your betting history. This guy's never made a bet over $100 in his life. What, he just wake up and think he's fucking Nostradamus? Whatever. Isn't betting on the games you're playing almost the same as insider trading? It absolutely is. It's worse. Essentially the same, though. So Jameson Williams, are you frustrated that he's suspended 6 games? Yeah. Is it a stupid technicality? Sure. Don't break the rules, no matter how dumb they are. No matter how dumb the rules are, don't break them. you're walking in the hallway, your teachers tell you to stand on the right side and walk on the right side of the hallway?
Just do it.
And that if you get out of line, you're going to get sent to the detention room? And then you get out of line like a dumbass? No matter how small, how stupid the rule may seem, there's a punishment for it. So why would I bother? Kill me. Kill me. Ask Pete Rose about betting on your own games. Yeah, there you go. Oh, God. Let's see what this says. Bro, you could literally hit a 5-pick parlay and have $25,000. Yeah, by betting $100. That's a normal bet. Sure. But when somebody, and again, when you sign up for any of these sports betting sites, you tell them how much you make. They have your social security. They know everything about you. They know how much you make. They know how often you deposit, how much you deposit. Don't think because your boy slips you 10 grand and tells you go bet 10 G's here, you can do it. No, it's not how it works. And there's typically betting caps anyways within the app. You have to apply to bet a certain amount of money anyways.
Mhm.
And you have to show your income. So it's not even a possibility. So please, entertain me more.
You know, it's even more ironic and hilarious.
What?
And to this comment, Cy Gray, is it hypocritical, or at the very least sets a bad precedent that the NFL profits off NFL betting and has a franchise in Vegas? No
Jeff, you're Justin Jefferson. Do you like getting, arguably, you're probably going to be paid the highest non-quarterback contract ever? Do you like that? Does that make you feel good?
Yeah.
That's how we fucking make our money, you dumb fuck. You're
Not
paid
betting.
to play in the NFL, not bet on it.
And think about it. Even the Raiders, no one's got suspended from the Raiders yet. And in Las Vegas. So
you're
in
paid,
Vegas, and
you're not paid to bet. You're not allowed to gamble. It's very simple, guys.
I mean, the Raiders have a lot more problems than gambling, so.
I agree with that.
Well, that's true. But at least in this specific situation, no one's been suspended for gambling. So if you're in Vegas and you can abide by the rules, then why can't Isaiah Rodgers in Indianapolis? No excuses there.
We'll take a break. When we get back, we'll share our thoughts on Steven Silas becoming the assistant head coach for the Detroit Pistons. Monty Williams.
He's joining the enemy.
Is he?
I love it. I love it. Come over here, Steven Silas. Welcome to Detroit.
Detroit and Houston is such a weird relationship.
It's like a beef that's
like
there's actually no beef.
There's no beef.
Yeah, it's
You
just
both
it's
suck.
just Jalen Green and Cade, and there's not even really beef.
It's not
there, I
even
think.
beef.
Yeah. Come over here, Steven Silas. Welcome.
Oh, God. The only dumb part is busting guys for betting on non-NFL games. Again, there's a rule, Polish Eagle. I agree.
Right.
I even if I think the rule is stupid, it's a rule. You are not allowed to bet inside of a team facility.
Which that's like, come on.
No.
Like, just go home and bet. Like, why
Of
is it
course,
that hard?
it's easy.
You know, right.
That's the point. Because betting is addicting. There's a lot of temptation. There's a lot of emotion involved with betting. And you're already talking about 19, 20, 21, 22, 23-year-olds that now suddenly have a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what to do with it all the time. So, yeah, there's a lot of temptation there. Avoid it. Let's take a break. Steven Silas when we get back. But before we do, I got to tell you about my good friends over at Planet Fitness. Sign up today. $10 a month is all it takes. What are you waiting for? PlanetFitness.com. And, by the way, if you are between the ages of 14 and 19, you can work out from now until August 31st for absolutely nothing. That's right, for free, on behalf of Planet Fitness's high school program. If you're between the ages of 14 and 19, you can work out at a Planet Fitness near you and all of North America. You'll thank me later. $10 a month. If you're not, your fitness is essential. We'll be right back.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. sports. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
All right, top of the hour, Woodward Sports Network. It's the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com. Adham, Beydoun, Jeff, Iafrate. If you're missing the show live, you can always download the podcast after the fact. Leave a 5-star review for Jeff's sexy ass hair and his gold chain. What?
Yeah.
Not a good intro?
No, that's fair. Leave a 5-star review. Do it. Do it.
All right, JB, Jeff, let's talk about it. Steven Silas joining the Pistons. What do you think of the hire? What do you think of the decision? Is it the right fit? Joining Monty Williams' staff.
I love it. And this is Monty. I'm sure Tom, when they hired Monty, they pretty much gave him free reins on whoever he wants a part of his assistant coaching staff, which I love. And I'm curious who else he brings in. But your first hire, your top assistant being Steven Silas, who was just the head coach of the Rockets, even though they were terrible. It wasn't all Steven Silas' fault. Like, he was passionate. He was trying everything he could. And some guys are just better as assistants than head coaches. I don't know if that's the case with Silas, but we know his father was an excellent coach in the NBA as well. And he actually, when he passed away, they played the Suns. And there's a clip, if you haven't seen it already on social media, of Monty Williams consulting Steven Silas, and he gave him an embrace. And it was actually very touching to watch it. But it kind of shows the relationship. Monty knew his father. So, again, they have a relationship already. But Steven Silas has been around the NBA. He's been an assistant as early as 2000 with the Hornets. And he was with them till 2003. Went to the Cavs, was an assistant while LeBron was there. And then he went to Golden State, was an assistant there for 4 years, went back to Charlotte, and then was with the Mavericks 2018 to 2020 before taking that Houston Rockets job. So, again, he's been an assistant for quite some time in the NBA, very knowledgeable. Paul Silas' father comes from a coaching tree, a coaching family. So I'm all for it. I love this hire. And again, you're bringing in a former head coach, just more knowledge. I mean, honestly, everything that Steven Silas brings, the Pistons are going to benefit from it. So I love this hire. I'm curious how he fills the rest of his staff out, because there's still somebody in Phoenix that isn't hired yet. That was his top assistant, and he was looked at for the Phoenix Suns job. And I'm curious what happens with Kevin Young. That was the assistant there, and I don't know if he's nope, never mind. He's staying with the Suns. Sorry, Kevin Young is staying with the Suns under Frank Vogel. So that was the biggest domino to fall for me with Kevin Young. He was the top assistant for Monty. Now they get Steven Silas. So I love it. This is great. Fill out your assistant coaching staff. Get a stacked coaching staff. Guys that are good with developing players. Steven Silas can't develop the Houston Rockets because nobody on the team wanted to be developed. Jalen Green, KPJ, a lot of stubborn players. Now he comes to Detroit, joining this culture. I'm all for it.
Not to deviate too far away from the Pistons, but I thought something that was interesting was Sam Cassell to Boston. That'll be, I think, a really good
Sam
fit
Cassell
for them.
is a great hire, too.
So assistants around the league.
Kevin Ali just went to Brooklyn.
Kevin
finally gets on an NBA bench. There you go.
I'm just happy he's not a head coach for the Pistons.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Tom Gores, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
This is, to summarize it, and Coach Walk nailed it. Silas worked with Steph at Golden State, Kemba with Charlotte, Dallas with Luka. And he was with LeBron in Cleveland. So he's been with great players. And again, you look at Cade Cunningham, who does his game resemble? I'm not going to say he's Luka, but that unselfishness, Luka, LeBron, these types of players.
I thought we said LeBron year one. I remember us talking about LeBron. Not that he is LeBron or that he ever can be.
But the way he approaches the game.
So methodical.
Right.
Runs the pick and roll action. Penetrates the paint. Dishes out. Everything is like super smooth with Cade. It's never forced. It's effortless almost. Not LeBron. He's not LeBron James, but when you put up 15, 5, and 5, and you're almost getting really 26 and 6 down the stretch in your rookie year, you're gonna get some eyeballs on you.
Right.
So
yeah, Cade knows how to pick his spots, get his teammates involved first, and that's kind of how LeBron operates as well. Not saying he's LeBron, so relax on that. But Chuck asks, Jeff, we need a big man assistant. Any ideas? Listen, Chuck, I've been saying this for probably the last year or so, and I doubt it's even possible. Or I shouldn't say possible, but I don't think Rasheed would want to do it, but Rasheed Wallace, please. If we can get Rasheed back in Detroit to coach Duren, which he coached at Memphis, coach James Wiseman, come back to the Pistons, Rasheed, as an assistant under Monty. That's my big pitch. I don't think it's going to happen, but that would be the most ideal fit. That would be perfect.
I can only read so much into things without just getting annoyed. The staff is the staff, but there is a huge talent issue here. You have your core three with Duran, Cade, and Ivy, all super positive, optimistic about. You have Boyan making $20 million a year, Bagley making $12.5. You've got Hayes expiring soon. Isaiah Stewart, you're gonna have to make a decision on. I'm gonna say something, and you tell me if I'm wrong, or if you know what, I can get behind it. Okay?
Okay.
The Pistons fail to acquire Jeremy Grant and Cam Johnson. Okay? And you walk into the season essentially with the same roster, just adding the number 5 overall pick. Assuming Troy doesn't deal, which honestly, it's really hard for me to envision the same team on the court next year because come draft day, the player he wants is taken before 5. Maybe he pivots. Maybe he packages. Maybe he trades back a bit. Who knows? Troy is a mover.
Right.
And he makes a ton of moves. So, unlikely that they walk in. But if they do.
Hypothetical.
If they do walk in with the same team next year. I'm going to be like really concerned up until like January. Because I would imagine he's going to flip everybody. But again, if I'm Monty Williams, I didn't come to Detroit for you not to make at least an acquisition in the offseason, a trade, a move, something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you want to talk about the number 5 overall pick? It better be a shooter. You want to talk about the Thompson twins, how athletic they are?
I guess.
Be my guest.
Let's just roll with that hypothetical. Let's say the Pistons don't make. It's hard to imagine no moves, but no significant moves. Let's just say that. They don't get Cam, they don't get Jeremy, they don't get Grant, they don't get any of these players we all talk about, okay? For the Pistons to improve, which they will by default, I would assume, because Cade and Ivy will be back, they'll be better, and you expect a lot of these young players to get a little better. So I think they'll be a little overall better, but how many more games will they win? That's the question. And what does that 5th overall pick look like? Those are the two questions I'd have, is what does Cade and Ivy look like in year 2, or year 2 of them playing together, year 2 for Ivy, but year 3 for Cade. And then what does this 5th overall pick look like, and who is it? That would be the two questions I would. But if you want to just hypothetical and put it in perspective, if they bring back a similar roster and they add in that 5th overall pick, let's be realistic. They're probably winning 20-ish games, like unless they get significantly better. You can't bring back the same exact roster from last year. You just can't do it. You got to go out and at least spend money and bring in some veterans. If they're still all mostly young players, and you got Bojan, Alec Burks, like it's decent. They have a decent bench, but that starting lineup still wouldn't be filled out.
How do I make Cade and Ivy better? I put scoring
you get guys
options
that can shoot,
around him.
Along with shooters.
Or them, I should say.
Yes.
That's what they need. God. This is not concerning, but, for example, Mayor, I'll do this one first. Let's get to the chat. King Yehuda says, dude, this isn't the NFL. Teams don't trade back into the first round. Maybe teams don't in the NBA. Troy Weaver does. And it happens often.
Mm-hmm.
More often than not, he's trading back, up, swapping picks, trading picks for a ton of bad contracts, and then moving off of them somehow on draft day. So it's tough for me to envision that Troy Weaver's going to set up Monty Williams with essentially the same roster going into this year. Mm-hmm. And who is it, right? That's going to be the conversation. That gets everybody. Who's it going to be? Adam's a fucking idiot. DeMar DeRozan, no fucking chance. Jeremy Grant, Cam Johnson, Devin Booker, Brandon Ingram, all the names. You didn't hire Monty Williams to give him a 24-win product year 1.
No.
I think Monty, with 2 correct additions and hopefully 3 to 4 correct departures, Diallo, Bagley, Hayes, with the right departures, you win 32 games next year, minimum. I'd be on board with that. I'd get on board with your number.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to see it. I'd love to see the moves. I'd love to see a trade. Pistons have cap space. But they also have some bad contracts. And some meh players. Think I want Bagley coming off the bench? Doesn't do much for me. James Wiseman? Interesting prospect. Do I Is he a reliable bench option? You got to get better. You got to get smaller. You got to add shooters. There's a lot for Troy Weaver to do, but he's got to do it quickly.
And at the very least, at least before free agency, before you spent your money, the knowledge they have in the building now with Monty, now Steven Silas, and I know you're not a huge fan of Dwayne Casey, but the reality is, still has a lot of basketball knowledge. So at least they're getting the knowledge in the building. Now you got to go get the talent. That's the next step, and I think Troy will do that. And Monty's going to help with that, being Monty Williams. I think players are going to want to play for him. But at the very least, bringing in Steven Silas, I absolutely love it. It's a great hire. But we'll see what else he does. Got to be a busy summer for Troy and Tom Gores.
All right, let's take a break. When we get back, I want to go around the NFL for a little bit. When we get back at 9:30, after that, have some fun. We'll have some fun. You know what? Gabby's not here. Maybe today we drop the top 10 dictator list.
We've been holding it off for quite some time.
Today might be a good day for it.
I don't know how much farther we could push it back.
It might be a good day for it. I see you guys. There's a lot of hard work that goes into putting that list.
Oh, I bet.
I don't want to undermine any of these great dictators. And I know great's a harsh word, I guess, depending on how
I don't know how you
politically correct all of you are, but if I know my audience enough, I know that 95% of you aren't offended, and the 5 that are don't probably even chat. So I don't give a fuck. Anyways.
People don't want Pistons talk? Well, here's dictator talk. Hopefully
God.
It's better than Pistons talk.
All right, let's go around the NFL next, but before we do, Jeff, our good friends over at Dispo.
Let me tell you about them, guys. Dispo, and let me tell you this, because we're going to be more and more down at Romeo at Dispo, and I can tell you one thing. We were there already, probably about, on 4/20, 2 months ago. One of the greatest experiences I've had at a Dispo, period. Elevate your senses and embrace the harmony of nature at Dispo Dispensary. Whether you're a seasoned connoisseur or new to the plant, whether you're DMAC or like me, Dispo has over 10 locations with experienced bud tenders ready to serve your needs. Visit disposhops.com today. That's DISPO shops.com for all your recreational marijuana needs and medical.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
We're back here on the Morning Woodward Show, live, woodwardsports.com. Let's go around the NFL. Let's have some fun. Jeff, your favorite player in the NFL, made the Madden cover. Josh Allen. How do you feel about it?
I hate that you do this. You just randomly, your favorite player, Josh Allen.
I mean, he kind of is.
Nope.
You've drafted him for the last 4 years in fantasy football in the first round.
Yeah, well, fantasy's a little different.
In the first round, though. I mean, you're that
I didn't
much
take
of a
him in the
fanatic.
first round.
Yeah, you did. I have the receipts.
You do not. Actually,
Flannel did.
Yeah, he took Patrick Mahomes. I took him in the second round, but still, we end up in the finals every year. I don't know what it is. The Morning Woodward Show, constantly in the fantasy football finals. I love it. But Josh Allen makes the cover. Didn't he lead the NFL in interceptions last year?
Who cares? That's the funniest stat, by the way. Interceptions are so overrated now. Well, you are a quarterback in the NFL. You're throwing the ball 580 to 640 times a year. Interceptions are going to go from the standard 11 to 12 to now 14, 15, and that's the norm. You're throwing the ball 30-plus times a game. It's going to happen.
Do you agree that instead of interceptions, I look at touchdown to interception ratio? That matters.
Sure, but also when you throw those interceptions.
True.
Right?
I mean,
I think that matters. If they're all coming in the fourth quarter, there's a problem. Right? So what does it matter? Stafford was the best quarterback in the NFL the year he won the Super Bowl. Led the league in interceptions.
But he also threw 40
plus touchdowns and 6,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, including the playoffs.
So that matters to me more.
Again, if you're losing, the interceptions matter. If you're winning, you can look past them. It's part of the game.
Dak Prescott this year.
Oh, well,
they still won double-digit games.
I don't
and
want
they
to
got
talk
to the
about
playoffs. And those interceptions
I'm
matter.
not allowed to talk about Dak. They'll pull me off of the show. Moving on. Bill's got a new stadium, by the way. They're going to build an outdoor stadium.
Of
So I
course
wanted
they
to ask you and JB.
Of course they are.
Right move here? JB, I want to start with you. Outdoor? What do you think?
No, you know.
Really?
No, you know how cold it gets in Buffalo and how much it snows. Like,
But
you
they
need
love
a
that
dome.
shit.
I know you love it, but still, like, you need a dome over there. I mean, I've seen pictures of it. It looks really nice, but 1.54 billion they're about to spend on this. Good lord.
Well, they're not spending on it. But
They're not spending on it, but still, like,
Yeah,
I love this country.
that's a lot of money.
I'm
to
with Chuck
build a
here.
stadium.
I'm with Chuck. Should be a retractable dome.
Yeah, I
How
like
about that? You leave it open, and then when you so choose, you can close it. But you're right, Buffalo, they love snow. And you have the right quarterback for it. Josh Allen can throw a ball.
I know there's the
one of
commercial
fastest
side
balls
of
in
this.
the NFL, so he can live through the snow, and he's big, and even when he's running, he can handle the snow and all the beating that comes with it. But man, for the fans in Buffalo that have to attend those games, it's rough.
But they love that shit,
and they do.
It's like giving
They
a
do.
crack fiend crack cocaine. They love it.
Do you like that the Lions have a dome? Because I love it. I'd much rather prefer a dome. And you're thinking
I don't
about
go to
this.
the games, so no, I don't care.
Well, JB.
Well, I'm not a avid traveling fan. I hate watching games in person, actually. Like I told you guys, if I were to ever go to a Lions game, it would be for their their first game at Ford Field that they host in the playoffs, because my dad always wanted to go, and heaven forbid they ever got to a Super Bowl, I would take my dad.
And the
only 2 times I'd ever watch a game live.
I agree with that. Like both
I'd
of our,
rather watch at home.
Both of our dads are miserable. Not miserable anymore, but
They're
Lions
miserable.
fans that have
No,
been
it's
through
okay.
it.
My dad's miserable. It's okay.
Yeah,
You
my
can say
dad,
that.
he's trying. Booner says in the chat, dumb, they had to move their game last year to Detroit because of the snow. How do you not have a roof?
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's what they want. You're giving the fan base what they want. What's the problem with that? They want to jump through tables in the middle of minus 20-degree weather. Good for them. Let them enjoy it. Do I agree, actually, a retractable roof? But you have to think of insurance, damages. How's the roof going to get damaged with all of that snow? Is it cheaper to just shovel the snow and get everything out, or is it more expensive to maintain a dome with all that snow that drops? I don't know.
You never know.
I'm sure there's some science into it. Maybe. I don't know.
At least we know that the Bills just lost this last playoffs against the Bengals at home in the snow. So snow is an advantage, but not always. It sucks for both teams. I know I've heard players in the NFL talk about this, because players will be like, it's funny because fans will be like, man, they love playing in the snow. Come over to Buffalo. We love it.
Yeah, but
Nobody
love
loves
Lambeau.
it.
We love Lambeau Field for this exact reason. The frozen tundra.
But do you think Packers players are like, man, I can't wait
No, but we don't give
to
a fuck.
play today in the snow?
We don't care. We sell out the stadium either way. We don't care about the players.
Players.
When
hate
has
it.
the NFL ever cared about the players?
Well, that's a good point.
Okay, so what?
But just don't let it fool you. Even Buffalo players, I'm sure, hate the snow.
I'm sure they hate it. But Buffalo's going to love it for their pockets.
But couldn't you pack out a stadium?
Yeah, but can't you?
If it was
Yeah, but
3 feet of
imagine
snow all over the place?
Maybe this is like some next level shit that they already planned out. But maybe all the stairs, all the cement, everything is like heated floors, heated seats. The snow fucking melts on its own. Maybe it's some next level shit we don't know about. Maybe the aliens are helping out build the stadium in Buffalo. I don't know. I watched a weird movie last night, by the way.
Wait. Is it related to what we're talking? What
No,
movie is this?
totally unrelated.
What is it?
I don't know. Morgan Freeman was in it. I have no idea what was going on.
That's it?
I don't
You
know
know
the
how many
name of the
movies that
movie.
man's been in?
I don't know. I think he was the president.
You know what I watched last night?
I don't know. No, something like that. With the dude from Gladiator.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Oh yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, I just randomly got sick of watching the NHL playoffs. Switched over the TV. Wife was, doing what she always does. I turned on the movie. I had no idea what was going on, but it was good.
You know what I watched last night?
Oh, God.
That it's very random that I haven't watched. It's been out for a while. The documentary on John McAfee.
Who?
John McAfee.
The software dude?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
His life. That's you. I know that would be you if you had a bunch of money. This man was on the run all over the world doing a bunch of dumb you know what.
Oh, my God.
John McAfee, that documentary was interesting. And it reminded me of you for some reason.
Guys.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
You know what? You just reminded me of something. There is this dude in this movie. I forget his name. Operation Odessa.
Oh, jeez.
Has anybody watched this documentary? It is fucking hilarious. It is kind of a military movie. Long story short, or documentary. Long story short, these immigrants lighting up Miami with the nightclub scene, making a ton of money, drug trafficking, whatever. And then one guy goes to fucking Russia to buy a submarine to move the coke. A nuclear submarine. Okay? So this guy's been on the run all his life, and somehow the people that did this documentary found him, and they did a fucking interview with him in the middle of nowhere on a private plane.
Oh my gosh.
You know how fucking OG that is? So
yeah,
great.
that is.
Anybody watched it? Anybody? Everybody's saying no. Fuck.
No, yeah.
No, I have not.
I'm the only one.
I feel like you watch the most
random shit.
Yeah,
yes.
you do. So there,
Yes.
at least you admit to that one.
Or butt plug has fallen, or Alavila has fallen. I don't think that's what it was called. It wasn't. What was the thing? Angel? It had nothing to do with the word angel. Is that where he saves the president? Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what I watched last night. It's a good movie.
I'm still thrown off by butt plug has fallen. What is that?
Means, God, have you seen that trend on social media, by the way? Or is this something that's not on your feed now, too?
My feed is not like your feed.
Is anybody getting this on their feed actively? Makes no sense. Outside of the killings, the fighting, and the kids waving around a bunch of pride flags. Okay? Now I'm getting dudes running behind women and pulling out their butt plugs. Fucking randomly. Okay. Anybody else getting this?
No, that is...
Anybody.
I think you're on an island with that one.
Help me.
I don't know if I want to help you.
What are you looking at on Twitter?
I'm not looking at anything. I've showed you my screen time. I'm not even on the damn thing.
Well, it's not about how long you're on it. It's about
It's
what
like
you're
these
doing
hood
when you're on it.
viral fucking retweets that keep showing up in my fucking feed.
Okay, you know what you can do? When you see those things, you hit the little...
I do. I hit not interested in the tweet.
There you go.
And they show up the next day. It's like Twitter sees the message and they double down. They're like, oh, we know you want it.
Okay, let me ask you. Are you consuming it? Are you watching some of it?
No, but I'm confused.
Are you watching it?
Yes, I am.
There you go. That
Dude,
is... If you're...
It's so fucking weird. How do I not watch it?
They know you're watching.
How do I not watch it?
Yeah.
I'm scrolling. There's some girl walking like an idiot, like a damsel in distress. Then some dude just like chasing her. I'm like, oh, he's gonna kill her. So I'm interested. Then he grabs her butt plug and pulls it out. It's fucking weird, man. Nobody. This hasn't happened to anybody.
You do not hit... you know what? I'm with Alex B here. He says, hits interested in this tweet instead. That's what you're hitting.
I don't.
See more of this tweet.
I don't.
More butt plugs,
I swear
please.
I don't. Being honest. Here, for you. Let's see the first three things.
I don't want to see it.
All right. Well, 9 years, I still don't know how he pulled her. 9 years, it didn't work out. Okay, let's see. We got an Evan Foxy tweet. And we have
there you go.
a major Ukrainian hydroelectric dam just blew up. There you go.
Why,
That's a good one.
why is that on your feed?
Let's see. Blind man gets on the women-only train. And here's how passengers reacted. This is not fucking weird. Oh my God, they're beating the shit out of him. Holy shit.
No, why
He's
is...
blind. Hey, he's blind.
Okay, why are you... Why...
Okay, what else we got here? Breaking, the FBI has just informed the House that they cannot guarantee the physical safety of the Biden whistleblower after revealing what he knows. I don't even know what that means.
So all your stuff is political or a blind man getting beat up by multiple
I got an ad
women.
from FanDuel.
And then an ad from FanDuel.
All right. I got a Sean Belizean tweet.
Sean Belizean.
I got Pride. I've got some fucking tweet comparing Minions to the Illuminati. Anybody? I just...
dude, there's...
I don't know.
Something's wrong with you, man.
I don't know.
Steve says, Adam's Netflix queue will likely get him arrested. You don't watch Netflix, do you?
Wife watches Netflix.
Okay.
I'm not really on Netflix much. I don't
All
like
right.
the variety. I think it's shit. There's nothing ever good to watch. Like, what do you guys watch on Netflix? Go, tell me.
That's a good point.
Give me suggestions. I already watched Yellowstone.
American Gangster last night, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, but that's an old classic movie.
It's a classic, though. They usually have, like, dog shit movies on there. They put, like, I can't remember which one. They put, like, 3 or 4 good ones on there.
Yeah, Netflix it's dying, man. There's not too many great things on there, unless it's Netflix made.
JB, any recommendations? Trying to spice up the Beydoun household tonight.
On Netflix, not really. It's mostly all old stuff that I watch, or like old TV shows, you know.
Yeah, you got to get like Hulu.
Yeah.
There's so many other different streaming
HBO.
services.
Yeah, I think Hulu is shit.
Okay. Well, never mind.
Whoever designs their interface, it's shit. I hate using it. That's why I don't use it anymore.
That's okay. That's why you don't use it. You don't like the interface.
YouTube TV, way better.
YouTube TV's another one. That's a good one.
What else? Anybody? Any good series going on right now that I can watch?
I see a lot of.
They came out with a series called Dope, and it's kind of like what Nat Geo used to do, where they like go back and like find all the addicts and stuff. And they have one in Detroit actually that me and Easy were watching.
Well, that makes sense for you and Easy.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, what you look like a crackhead, and Easy is a crackhead, and that's what it means.
Well, it went through the Molly issue in Detroit and how laced it's getting. So that might be something.
Wow. Remember Molly
it's
back
a good
in the
doc.
day?
It's a good watch. So.
See, I don't even know anything about the Molly,
yeah, you do.
epidemic.
You were tearing up households with Molly back in the day. Are you kidding me? Jeff at 17 was taking prime hippopotamuses home, baby.
I don't know anything about taking Molly. I may know Molly, but I don't know anything about taking
I think
Molly.
you ran through a lot of Mollys.
I don't know. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know anything about taking Molly. Never done that. Never do those things.
Oh, God.
Steven says, Adam would love The Bear on Hulu. What's The Bear?
Anybody watch that?
I don't know what that is either. See, I don't watch
that's
any of this.
the cooking show with the guy from Shameless.
I only watch one cooking show consistently, and it's because my wife loves it, and that's Beat Bobby Flay. Or something like that. That's a good one.
It's technically not like a cooking show. It's
You know what I mean.
Him like cooking, trying to make his own business. But yeah.
So that's one we watch on a regular basis. I like Gordon Ramsay telling people they're fucking stupid.
Kitchen
that turns me
Nightmares.
on.
Yeah, that never gets old.
That turns me on.
I see Cocaine Bear. Has anyone seen Cocaine Bear in this room?
That's so
I haven't, and I never will.
Did you see it, JB?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, why'd you waste your money, JB?
Well, technically, I didn't waste my money, so I streamed it.
Oh, there you go. Good man.
What'd you
Good
think
man.
of it?
Terrible.
Okay, well, I don't know why I asked
Waste of
that. I kind of
time.
knew that. I don't know why I'm shocked.
I don't know. I don't know what to do with my life anymore. It's falling apart. Falling apart.
Oh,
God.
Adam, you can check out the Night Agent on Netflix.
The who?
The Night Agent.
Night Agent's great. It's a great show. Yeah, I think you'd like that too.
What is it?
It's about a guy who works in the FBI, I guess, but he works in the room where they
FBI,
just
government.
answer calls in the White House, and he has to. It's a complicated.
What?
You got to watch it. It's too much.
What, he answers the phone and says, "Don't worry, ma'am, you're
But
gonna
then he
be
gets
alive."
a phone call and he has to go out and like do some stuff. It's badass. Go check it out. Night Agent.
They
It's
don't
government.
They
It's
don't make
action.
series like they used to back in the day.
No, it's good.
There used to be great, prime, excellent series. Teletubbies. That was
What
a
is
big
that?
deal.
What-
Right? You guys remember Teletubbies?
Why is that the first thing that came to your mind?
Blue's Clues.
My favorite series of all time is either Prison Break or Dexter. Those are my two favorite shows. Dexter and Prison Break. Yeah, those are the two shows.
Sounds like a Jeff thing. Yeah.
Okay. Why has it got to be a Jeff thing? Why can't it just be? I'm sure there's people who love both of those shows. Prison Break's a good one.
Sopranos for
Sopranos
sure.
is up there.
I never watched Sopranos.
That's what you gotta watch.
No.
That's what you.
No.
You would love that shit.
No. Probably, but no. I don't want to waste my time.
Yeah.
I already know what happens. I watched too much Family Guy growing up.
You don't know what happens.
I know enough.
You don't know.
I know enough.
Maybe go binge watch Entourage again.
Entourage?
Yeah.
That sounds like a sex-filled series.
You love
I mean, there
Entourage.
is a lot of sex in it, but still.
Sons of Anarchy. I actually watched that growing up. as a
You
kid.
like it?
That was all right.
You'd like Sopranos if you like that.
Yeah,
No.
both those shows.
I
Shows
like
checked-
Yellowstone.
I didn't-
Yellowstone was really good.
I
You guys
didn't-
got to watch Yellowstone.
I didn't finish Sons of Anarchy and Sopranos. I knew the ending, and so I didn't end up finishing it. But regardless, both good shows, great shows.
You guys ever watch Hatfield and the McCoys?
No.
On the History Channel? Anybody?
Why are you only you?
Dude, I was
are
a
watching
kid.
the History
Relax.
Channel.
It's like 15 years ago. All right? Relax. I'm asking very simple questions here.
Why are you watching the History Channel?
Why not?
Is this where you got inspiration for your top 10 dictators?
Vikings. That was a good one. I used to watch the History Channel all the time with my dad. Vikings. You never got into that series?
What was that show called where they had two historical people fight, and it's all animated? What was it called? And it would be like a Spartan versus a ninja. And at the end of the show, the chat knows. You help me out here. That show,
Ultimate Warrior or something.
Wait, hold on. Someone's gonna put it in the chat. It's where they had like a Spartan versus a ninja. Deadliest Warrior.
Yeah.
Deadliest Warrior. Thank you.
That
Thank
sounds
you.
so stupid.
Deadliest Warrior. I listen.
That sounds so stupid.
That was the most, honestly, for the time it came out. Love that show. Then it just died a couple years later. It's cool. Now you like that. You like that.
No, I wouldn't. It's scripted.
Most shows are scripted. What are you talking about? What? Jesus. You brought up Vikings, so that's where it came from. But Deadliest Warrior, man.
Vikings was a good fucking series, man. Kind of went down the gutter after the main dude died. That was really depressing. Anyways, we got to go to break. When we get back, I have an interesting question for Jeff, JB, and everybody in the room, including Lucas. We'll get to that next. But before we do, Jeff, our good friends over at the Sports Marketing Agency.
Let me tell you about them. Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. If you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com for more information.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
All right, let's go around the room. Guys, this is a very serious question I have for all of you. Talking about TV shows. Let's go to a different part of your childhood. Give me some memories. Give me some shit you would do as a kid that to this day you remember and cling on to. I want to know what Jeff grew up with. So I think I'm going to shock the living hell out of you when I tell you mine.
I mean, my life was very simple. Played sports, and when I wasn't playing sports, I was playing San Andreas when I was younger. Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, San Andreas, because that's what my older brothers had. And if I wasn't doing that, I was outside playing sports.
You never ding-dong ditched anybody?
I'm going to be honest with you.
Burned shit on somebody's...
No, I don't have any... I ding-dong ditched a couple times, but I was never a kid that did those things.
You never played in a tree house? Never built one?
Yeah, well...
You never tried,
I guess the worst thing I did was...
Sleeping with your teacher?
As a kid? Trying to get in trouble, I guess... I did used to stand by the road, and I'd have one of those things, the little water guns you'd stick in the water and pull back, and I'd wait for cars to drive by, and I'd shoot it up in the air and land on the car as they're driving by. But got in trouble a couple times because of that. I was an asshole.
You guys remember the crossing police in elementary school? I used to be the guy, and I would just send everybody. I never gave a shit. I would just fucking send them. Well, traffic, fucking go. You'll be fine. Just run.
You're an ass.
Oh, God.
I see,
JB, what'd you used to do as a kid?
JB, give us something.
I don't think I did anything quite as crazy as anybody else. Like, I can't really think of anything. I did have the super soaker thing that Jeff did too, as well too. Just shoot water up in the air whenever cars pass, or
oh, you did
just
it too?
Shoot the windshield or something like that.
You guys
and
are
of course,
so weird.
Yeah, I know. It was nothing crazy.
JB, you ever play an instrument? Elementary school, middle school, anything?
Yes. That's
What'd you play?
Recorder. Did anybody?
The who?
Else? The recorder.
The what?
It's like a stupid little flute thing. It's a stupid little flute thing that they tried to get us to play, but no
I thought that's like mandatory for everybody, though. I mean, like you had to pick an instrument.
Oh no, that was the instrument that they just literally.
Oh,
handed
so
to
they
us and
just gave you that?
Like, yeah. Here,
Jesus Christ.
play this.
Let me guess, you played the drums because you were such a smart kid?
I didn't play any instruments.
Really?
I just played sports.
Lucas?
I don't know.
Please tell me you played an instrument in elementary school. Didn't they make you do that shit? Or is it only me?
No, like,
I played the little
JB,
recorder.
My fucking mouse could work here.
I think you should move it, and then it'll work.
That's what I'm trying to do. Either way. But yeah, I mean, I didn't play an instrument or anything like that, but I got into some shit. Me and my friends, we take water bottles, and you know, like those CO2 canisters you use to like power like paintball guns and airsoft guns.
Yep.
If you like if you crack them with a nail and make them leak real tight, and you throw them in a water bottle and you put them in somebody's mailbox.
That is
perfect way to just get out. Like it's kind of like an egging thing.
It sounds like a
shotgun
thing.
shell going off inside somebody's mailbox, and you watch all the lights turn on
I'm
inside
shocked
their house.
none of you were like mandatory had to play an instrument in elementary school. That was like a thing for us.
I guess, yeah, in elementary.
It was a public school. Let's see, third, fourth, and fifth grade. I'd bring home the violin every day. I had to play that stupid shit because I was too dumb. Yeah, I was too dumb to play the saxophone or the drums.
Yeah,
you like graded out, and what you got graded was
wasn't
determined which fucking instrument you'd play. Something like that. I don't remember.
I just wasn't playing like instruments in elementary. I was in airsoft wars, playing pickle, playing flag
pickle?
football.
What the hell's pickle?
Pickle. I mean, it's two bases you put down, two guys stand in each base. You're throwing a baseball, and you have to run back and forth, and they have to tag you and get you out. It is what it is. You never
Look
played
at Jeff,
I guess
Mr. Athlete over here.
Well, just never played any instruments. This wasn't my thing.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. You know what I used to do for fun?
I used to play Rock Band. Does that count?
No, games don't count. We're not going to do the games thing.
I just tried the drums on Rock Band, but that's it. I didn't do.
You know what? Speaking of games, actually, I used to play trade card games all the time as a kid, like competitively. I go to the Toys R Us on the weekends. I swear to God, and I would fucking play, and I would like win prizes and shit. But I would never win the big one, and it's usually like the best card. I was never good enough because I had no idea what the rules were. But my mom would take me to Toys R Us every week, and I'd fucking play, I don't know, what was it, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. That shit. That's what I did as a kid.
What's that game? What is it called? Where you duel with the two things, and you have a little arena, and you
Beyblades?
Dude,
yeah.
Don't tell me you Beybladed.
Battle Blades or
I messed with the
something like that. Yeah.
When I was in elementary
But
school.
did you have the plastic piece of shit ones or the metal ones? That's the question.
My cousin had the metal one. I had the
Alright, so
plastic
you were broke.
POS one. Yeah. Well, yeah. Technically, I was broke. That's how we grew.
Oh God.
And then after that, I guess after elementary, I moved to Georgia. So I was in elementary here, and then in Georgia, I played tackle football, and that woke me up. That showed me that there's difference between Michigan tackle football and Georgia tackle football. And after that, I said, I'm done here.
Yeah, I don't think you should be playing in Georgia at all.
No.
You're not good enough.
No.
Lucas could pull it off.
No.
Lucas is like, kind of light skin.
Now, just to give context, I was in 6th grade in Georgia, right? And it was 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. It was middle school tackle football. Everybody was minimum 6 foot. And we're kids. Like, I don't know what these guys' birth certificates look like, but I'm about 5'8". Everybody else is like 6 foot 6'1" in like 7th grade. They're just made different out in Georgia. That was Cummings County next to
Cummings.
outside of Forsyth.
That makes sense for you.
Okay, you know what? I shouldn't have brought that up because I knew we'll just say
that
Forsyth
makes
County.
a lot of sense, dude. I now know why you are the way you are. JB, anything else you used to do as a kid? Any memories stick out to you? Anything your parents made you do? My dad once smacked the living hell out of me.
Where did that come from?
In front of all of my brother's friends. And it wasn't even my fault. My house was here, and then there was the backyard, and then a super open field where all the kids in the neighborhood would come and play, right? My brother's 4 years older than me, so I'm playing with all the big kids, whatever. And outside, right, is the kitchen. Outside of the house, you can see the kitchen window, and my parents are watching. And they're seeing all the kids playing. They're like, wow, that's nice. The kids are playing and they're getting along. I'm playing barefoot like a fucking idiot because I thought I was cool. So I was barefoot. Stepped on a fucking piece of... it wasn't a glass. It was a nail, actually. I stepped on a fucking nail. So, remember, my parents' POV, they can't hear anything. They just see me crying like a little bitch, running towards the house, limping and fucking running as fast as I can. And then all the kids chasing me. Thinking, oh my God, what's wrong? They're chasing, trying to help me. Yo, what's wrong? Why are you crying? Whatever. So my dad sees me running from kids and crying. So he thinks I'm a pussy. Dad comes outside, gives me the biggest smack across the face I've ever gotten in my life. And before I could even tell him there's a nail in my foot, the guy takes me out. thinking like I'm being a soft ass. So then when I stopped crying, I'm like, Dad, there's a nail in my foot. And he felt so bad. I got ice cream later that day. I remember.
At least he made it up.
Oh, hell yeah, he made it up. He made up for it 100%. My dad used to do some wacky shit.
You get bitch smacked, and then you get ice cream. Shout out to Pops.
I don't blame him. Like, imagine you seeing your kid running away from people. It's like, no, man up.
Oh, wait. Speaking of ice cream, I got a question for you guys. Ice cream truck is coming down your block right now. You get it to stop. What ice cream are you getting from that truck?
Ooh.
I'm getting the...
I mean, nachos and cheese used to be the luxury item back in the day. But I would go with the WWE ice cream.
Ice cream bar, yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably... That's a good one. Yeah, I used to do one of the characters with the little gumballs for the eyes. Now, if I just stopped... It was a couple weeks ago. Me and my little brother, there's an ice cream truck. I got the Oreo. It's like the Oreo...
of course you did.
It's got the Oreo around it. I don't know what it's called. I guess just Oreo bars.
Cream fill.
Whatever.
Just call it the cream
I'm not
fill.
calling it a cream filled. No, I'm not doing that. But I don't really care, to be honest with you.
Lucas, you got one?
Yeah, I fuck with those, like the strawberry, and like sometimes they have like
strawberry
like an ice cream
shortcake
bar, and it's like coated almost with like cake.
I know
like
what you're talking about, the shortcake thing.
Yeah, but then they have like chocolate too. I used to hate them.
There used to be that cone that had a gumball at the bottom of it. That was the shit back in the day. Anybody remember that?
I remember that, yeah.
There was a cone, you'd eat the shit out of it, and then at the end, you'd get rewarded with a piece of gum. And it was cold as fuck, you couldn't even chew it.
Yeah.
But as a kid, it was worth it.
Yeah. I do remember that.
Oh, God.
Oh, the Choco Taco. Shout out to the Choco Taco.
What's the Choco Taco?
Delicious. I love the Choco Taco.
Do you guys remember that
I forgot
yellow
about
fudge
that.
bar? Like the huge yellow and chocolate bar?
No.
Yellow fudge bar.
It's yellow and it had a lot of chocolate on it. I don't know.
No, that's not ringing.
I can't remember.
It ain't ringing the bell.
Oh, God.
Maybe the Chad knows. That one didn't ring a bell.
What else was on the ice cream truck back in the day outside of the pedophile trying to anal fuck us all?
Yeah, the Flintstone push
They
pop.
used to sell. You know what's messed up too?
The Flintstone push pop. That was so nasty, man.
You know what's messed up? Used to be a ice cream truck that used to come in my neighborhood, and when I was a kid, it wasn't the nicest neighborhood, but the truck would come in and they'd sell cigarette candies, like the little pack on the ice cream truck. I don't know to like 8-year-old kids. I don't know if that's responsible or not, but I bought some. I was chewing on some cigarette candies. Now looking back, why the hell do they sell that on an ice cream truck?
Because they're encouraging you. They're grooming you. Just like we're grooming kids now to change their gender. We used to do it with us back in the day. It's totally normal. You start smoking those candied cigarettes as a kid. By the way, fun story.
That was like the only candy they had on the damn. It was ice cream and cigarette.
You want to laugh? My mom used to not argue with my dad, but she used to give him shit about smoking cigarettes, right? And I'm a kid. I'm hearing this. I'm like, I'm gonna do something about it.
You threw them away.
Fucking idiot. So I go and take the pack of cigs, and I don't know where to hide them. I don't know what to do. So I panic and I throw them in the garbage. Okay? Dad comes home. Could have sworn I had a pack of cigarettes here. And my dumbass took one on the side because I wanted to smoke one and see what it was like. So he goes in my room and finds me. Fucking worst timing ever.
In the house?
In the house.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm a kid. What the fuck do I know what's going on? But thankfully, I didn't know how to use a lighter. So I just had the cigarette in my mouth and I was like, I had no idea how to fucking turn on the lighter. Then he yelled at me and told me if he wouldn't kick my ass if I told him where the other cigarettes were. And I went to the garbage and pulled them out.
So you threw out all the cigarettes but kept one?
I kept one, yeah. I wanted to know what...
For yourself. For yourself.
I wanted to know what's going on.
Jesus, man. I mean, I feel like, a lot of kids, I feel like, dude, I did that. My mom, back in the day, I threw out her cigarette. I got my...
Anybody used to
ass
forge?
whooped, but
Anybody
still.
used to forge their parents' signatures in the room? Anybody?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've done it once.
Not the report cards, but the middle, whatever the fuck they call them, like the mid-semester.
I've done that before. I've done it to my mom. Me and my dad, I'm a junior, so me and my dad have the same name, so I could technically forge him a lot. And he has me sign a lot of his stuff just because he doesn't want to. But my mom, I definitely have.
You ever get caught?
Nope, now I am. I just admitted it. So if you're watching,
well, I got
Mom, there you
caught
go.
multiple times. I was never
I got
really
caught
good
now.
at it. I was never really good. Progress reports. Thank you. That's what they're called.
Yeah. You need them to sign it. You forgot. It's the day of, and you're like, screw it. Just write her name in. Never got caught until now.
Oh, God. JB, any wild stories from your childhood? Seems like I was the only one that was abused as a kid.
No wild stories. But did anyone utilize the last button on their remote a lot? If you know what I mean.
What?
Wait. Are you talking about the chat to go see
the channel, and then you got like Cartoon Network on the other channel? Yeah. So we were privileged enough to have like all the premium channels, cable channels back then, and I had a TV in my room. So of course the last button was utilized a lot because the last button always had Cartoon Network on the other one, and then the late night Skinamax and stuff on the other channel. So
good for you, JB, whacking it off at a young age. I'm proud of you.
There was some TV. I saw a lot of that stuff on TV when I was a kid, just late at night on TV, just confused.
Dude, I was the worst.
Some titties. And
I didn't know you could clear your browser history when I first started.
So you're on the TV. You just have all
So
this...
I blamed my brother, and he got home, and my dad was like, "What the fuck is this, man?" Because like my dad, I mean, it was a family laptop, or it was a family. It was a family laptop. So like everybody used it. I'm like fucking going.
What did your brother? Did you take the fall for it?
No, he didn't.
So you ended up getting caught.
I got in trouble.
Man, you got in trouble a lot. But you seem like it turned out pretty well.
Out okay, I think.
Yeah, you turned out pretty good.
I think I turned out okay. Maybe. It's debatable.
Brian says, used to hide the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition in my closet. Yeah, that's a real one right there, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, that's way back in the day. I had the luxury of just searching for it. Early 2000s.
You didn't have any magazines? That maybe your dad had and you
No, my dad never did. My uncle did.
Gotcha.
My uncle had the fucking Playboy catalog in his basement. So one day, we were kids, he wanted us to help him move shit out. So we told him, yeah, don't worry about it. We got it all. It's me and my brother. And we were just like, what the fuck? Fucking Playboy magazine after Playboy magazine. We'd hear footsteps. We'd close it. We'd act like we're holding something else. Great days. Great days. What? You've never done that?
No, I've done it.
All right. Don't look at me like that.
No, that is what it is.
Sky.
Everyone has an uncle or maybe now at this point, an older uncle.
You do something as a kid you regret?
I don't really see Playboy magazines anymore.
No.
It's all collectibles.
Digital now.
Yeah.
Anybody do something in their childhood they regret? Treating somebody the wrong way? Doing something not nice?
No, I never
such a fucking... Nothing? Really?
No, I never bullied anybody. Never did anything.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What do you mean?
I came, I saw, I conquered.
What is that? How do those things correlate? What? Okay. Never. I don't know. I've never done anything I horribly regret. I don't have a kid. I didn't do anything I didn't mean to do. So I'm cool.
You never did anything like illegal, or that you shouldn't have done.
Let's not. We don't.
Come on. Why? We're not gonna get in trouble for it.
Yeah. Well.
What?
No. No.
JB, you ever do anything wrong?
I can't think of anything.
I mean, I
can't think of.
You guys suck. My mom pissed me off one time at Kmart. She wouldn't let me buy a toy. So I went and picked up stuff while she was pushing the cart, and I threw them in there without her noticing, like at the end. So we walked out with them, and then she gets to the car, because there were no scanners or sensors back in the day, whatever. So we get to the car, and she's unloading. She's like, what the fuck? And it's like every toy I wanted. She's like looking at the receipt. I didn't pay for this. And she beat the living hell out of me. Rightfully so. I deserved it. But
I'm trying to
I figured she could take the fall for it. But
I mean, don't we do that now anyways with self-checkout? Like, you just somehow
you can't get away with self-checkout, though, can you?
Forget something in your bottom of the cart, and it's like you just walk out with it and no one says anything.
Yeah, but that's unintentional. Right? You got to be a piece of shit to do that intentionally, I think. No?
Yeah.
Listen, when I was in college and I was strapped for cash.
Oh, I know you got some stories.
I didn't. My whole dorm room, my TV.
How much money you make off a sucking dick?
Zero is all. I would grab a big product. So like I'd go find like the TVs or something. And then like I used to buy a bunch of Nerf guns because we'd fuck around the dorms.
Yeah.
Like the 50. You just grab a Snickers bar, you put it right over the TV scan. You scan a Snickers bar, you scan it twice, you put the receipt in there, never bother anything, you walk out with a $3 TV. It's the easiest thing. My whole dorm room, everything. I ran up the Tiffin Walmart. Didn't stand a chance.
Look at you.
Now that's something you could do. Like
I
that's
had to make
I'm
it
proud
work.
of you. Would you suck dick for $100,000?
Listen, we were talking about this the other day.
Oh, I
don't
know.
Care
No,
because
why?
No,
You
because
brought it up.
These are
You brought it up, so
did-
you're not allowed to hide on air. Everything is being thrown out there today, okay?
I did not
Listen,
bring this
I'm
up.
being dead serious when I say this. There's truly not amount of money
$1 million.
that you could pay me where I have to wake up when I'm brushing my teeth in the morning, looking myself in the mirror, eye to eye,
bullshit.
knowing, yeah, I had another dude shaft
Bullshit.
in my
You'd let
mouth.
him finish.
And no matter what,
You would
because
let him
it could be
finish.
a
How did we get here?
penthouse, it could be in a fucking crack shack at the bottom of a bridge. I still know there's been another man's meat inside my mouth, and just off
is
that
going
alone,
on
I'm
with
getting
my
one
life?
step closer to suicide.
I think you're selling yourself short. I think you do it 100%.
Well,
I really don't.
You just said shaft, and we lost 10 people. So
I don't care.
I don't. You know, okay.
Do what you got to do.
No.
We got to go to break. When we get back, mailbag. Everybody drop your questions in the
Oh,
chat.
jeez, man.
Oh, God. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Swiss Insurance.
Please, NFL, can you come any quicker? Because I need Swiss Insurance because I'm going to drive off the road soon. And you can contact Swiss Insurance for more of that information and take care of you. Get a company that cares about what you look for in insurance. If you're planning on going or sponsoring a golf outing this year, ask Swiss Insurance about the hole-in-one putting contest and $1 million shootout coverage. For a very affordable amount, you could get away with a huge prize like $10,000 or a new car. Help build your business with big ideas. Check out Swiss today, swissins.com, or call Mark at 248-800-4177.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
We are the network for Detroit. By Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
We're back here on the Morning Woodward Show live, woodwardsports.com. Adam Beydoun, Jeff Iafrate. Mailbag time. Let's start with the questions. Jeff, who is most likely who is most likely our first playoff game against?
Ooh.
Detroit Lions, I'd imagine,
Yeah, Detroit
is what he's
Lions.
asking
I
about.
would say could be the Giants, could be New Orleans, and I think another team, I think it could be Seattle. Those are the three teams, and I think the Lions could beat all three of those teams. So that's why I'm going to keep harping on the idea that if the Lions make the playoffs and they're hosting a playoff game and they're favorited, they should win. Can't wait.
Okay. Mailbag, what was your first sporting event you remember going to?
The first one for me, the first sporting event I've ever been to was a Pistons game, and this was early, not super early 2000s, but it was around the time they were making the Eastern Conference Finals runs post 2004. And that was my first game. I got to see Ben Wallace, had my Chauncey Billups jersey on, so that was a lot of fun. But that was my first sporting event ever, was the Pistons. What about you?
Oof. God, I'm trying to remember. I think I watched my first game was the Pontiac Silverdome. I think it was the Steelers and the Lions. It might have been a preseason game, maybe, or regular season. I was too young. I was 4 or 5 years old.
Right.
I remember that. I think that's the first memory I have is like going to a sporting event. What?
JB just sent. Never mind. This is unrelated.
What? What?
His DVD collection. JB's got a monster DVD collection. He just.
I need to know.
I know it's unrelated, but.
Hold. You have problems.
Ryan
I
asks,
know.
mailbag, over under 22 sacks between Houston and Hutchinson. Under, over.
Wait, what?
That's a good question. Over under 22 combined sacks from
Under.
Houston and Hutchinson.
Under.
Well, if Hutchinson
Under.
gets 13.
Under. No doubt. It's the easiest number I've ever bet in my life.
I would say under, but it'll be close.
I don't care.
I could
It's
see
under.
them combining for 20, but still.
I think we're very high on James Houston.
I mean, he had 8 sacks
An
and
incredible end.
100 snaps. Not
It's
even.
great. It's great.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't think he replicates that at all.
Okay, all right.
It would be an impressive season for Houston if he got 7 sacks. I'd be impressed. And then I'm like, okay, you have a pass rusher there. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. I think we're a bit high on James Houston. I do.
I mean, it's hard not to be high on a guy that got 8 sacks and limited snaps.
That's great.
It's pretty good. I'll
Hell
take those
yeah.
odds. And Josh says more guys in the rotation as well, so that's a good point.
Can the crew of the show hit a ball with their shaft better than the Tigers' bats? Even if I could, the pain wouldn't be worth it. All right? So, just say no.
Let's be honest, the only person hitting a home run with their shaft is probably JB.
Oh, whoa.
JB,
We're just assuming because he's black?
It's a fact. JB is packing weight. There's not a debate here. Listen, I haven't seen it. Look how the guy carries himself. They call him JB Smooth for a reason. All right? All right. Mailbag.
horrible.
If you had to eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Ugh.
Well, I mean, we all know what you would eat. Pasta.
Yeah.
You fucking Italian.
Yeah, probably pasta or pizza. I'll eat both those foods.
No, you wouldn't eat pizza every day.
I could. I mean, I'd be fat, but I could. I really could. Pasta, I'll go with that one.
It's got to be wings.
All right, let's see what else we got here. JB, I got a question for you.
Oh, boy.
What's the most expensive thing you've ever stolen in your life?
Why are you asking him that?
Thing I've ever stolen.
Because he's black.
What the hell? What the hell?
JB, he just admitted to stealing 2 years worth of DVDs from Walmart.
He did not.
I think I can ask him the question.
Nothing can be proven or held against JB. I'm his lawyer.
I said nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
JB, the rumor.
Oh my god. JB, just fucking admit it. It's okay.
The correct way to say it is you're accused of stealing maybe some DVDs.
If I accused you of stealing something, how high would it have been in your prior life since you became a devout Christian and your Lord and Savior is now Jesus Christ?
Wait, what?
What?
Don't worry about it. Oh, God. Oh,
okay,
God.
we gotta get this show's
Adam
off the
showing
rails.
his true colors.
Yeah, you don't help your own case here.
I don't give a shit.
Because if people...
All right, what age did you guys lose your virginity and where at? Let's go, boys. Admit, JB, you go first.
15, it was my house. My
Oh, that's
parents
kind
were
of
away.
boring.
Yeah.
Lost my virginity on the back of a softball, baseball school bus.
That's... Yeah, I feel like you probably have the best story here. I lost my virginity at, what, 16? I was at my house?
You were sooner than me. No.
But you did it on a bus.
Oh, that's different.
Wait, what? You were fucking on a bus. Like, what? I think me and
We're gonna talk
JB
about it.
did it at home.
We're going to talk about it.
All right.
Shout out.
Adam, hey, Andrew asks, mailbag, Adam, how many dingers have you hit this year on the softball field?
We've played 2 weeks, so 4 games. I have 6 stingers. They changed the balls this year. It's not because I'm doing something different. The balls are like, I don't know how to say it. They're not juiced, but they're better balls.
Okay.
Yeah, so everything just carries now.
All right.
Yeah.
I believe you.
It's not impressive. There's guys that go like 4 for 4 with 4 home runs every fucking game. I'm not like elite.
You're not Javi
at all.
Baez level of strikeouts.
I wish I was as good as Javi Baez. I mean, let's be honest. Paid $100 million to suck dick. That'd be great. All right, what
That's
else?
fair.
Adam taking advantage of the bus driver shortage when he first got laid.
I saw someone say it was definitely a short bus. Detroit Dabber says 313. You're going to respond to that? It was definitely a short bus, he says.
No comment.
Okay.
When's the foot race between Jeff and Adam?
It's
Next
up
Friday?
to you. It's up to you, baby boy.
Next Friday.
All right, let's do it.
Or this Friday. Lucas will be the referee. We got to see when Gabby's going to be here because she's doing a ton of stuff at Allen Park, so I want her to be around for it.
Let's do this.
And I want to do it during the live show, so like we got to plan it, do a live show somewhere, and hold the race from there. That'd be funny as fuck.
It'd be funny. I'm going to have a lot of fun. It'll be
We'll
fun.
see. No rules, right? We're just racing one-on-one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be start here,
Yeah,
finish here.
and then there, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. The rules are settled?
Well, don't, you can't
Just
trip
say.
me or anything.
No, I'm not going to trip you.
Okay.
But if you get shot in your life,
All right, well,
you'll be
that-
okay.
I guess there's, well, there are rules, actually. now that I
Oh,
think about
God. I'm going to hire a trained sniper. Take out Jeff 20
JFK.
meters in.
JFK.
Eyes on the target.
Jesus.
Just shoot his foot. I don't want the guy dead. I still want to do a show with him.
Oh,
God.
Jesus. All right, Jesse, ask Mailbag. Are you guys going to do the CFB show preview in August, maybe with my guy Booner?
Yep, we
and
are.
then who's the biggest tryhard at WSN? My guess is Adam or Sam Flannel.
You can answer that.
The biggest
honestly.
tryhard.
Objectively.
What is that? In what regard?
Meaning,
Tryhard for
you
what?
kind of just say things just to say them, and you're trying to get attention, and you don't really mean what you say. Who would you give that to?
I don't think either of you guys are like that. Like put on this bravado. It's not even you or Sam. I don't know.
Then give a name. Who would it be? If anybody here. If anybody.
Probably Lucas.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You know you don't even mean that.
That just took a turn.
You don't want the smoke
God.
here. Keep doing what you were doing. You don't want to bring that over here.
All right, and then what was the other
God.
question? Oh yeah, the college football show. Yes, we'll be doing it with Boone. Can't wait for that one.
Oh, God. My money is on Jeff. A lot of people put money on you, Jeff. Don't let anybody down.
I think I'm a minus 135. I think it's like I'm slight favorite. You're maybe plus 180, 200, plus 200. You're like you can get double money on
Guys,
Adam.
stack the chips on the underdog.
Stack the chips, baby.
We're going to surprise some people.
Oh, no, you're
It's
not.
10:01. I kind of don't want to end the show, but I have to. So we're out of here. Till tomorrow. We'll see you guys. Gabby will be back. We'll have some fun. Jeff, thank you so much. Lucas, Alex, and JB, thank you guys again. We're out of here. If the last half hour of the show was any indication of how fucked up we are, leave it at that. Goodbye.